Oh,
live,
would you look
yay.
at that? We're live. Hey!
Hey.
Hi guys.
Welcome, everybody,
Howdy,
to
howdy.
episode 56 of our main campaign. If you're new around here, we're the Sleepless Knights. We're a D&D actual play Twitch stream and podcast. You can catch live on Twitch on Wednesday nights, 7:30 p.m. EST. If you can't catch us live, we post our VODs to YouTube on Sundays and upload our podcast to multiple platforms on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Platform.
Indeed.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
Do we still do
Mhm.
Apple?
Apple-
Yep,
Mhm.
of
Apple
course,
Podcasts.
yes.
Apple.
Spotify was the debate that Mac and I were having. It's like it's just
Not really a debate.
There was
Misunderstanding.
no debate.
misunderstanding.
All right,
All right.
let the guy do the intro.
No announcements. We're good. Continue your conversation.
We're on everything. Let's play.
Let's go.
We're on everything. Keep that
I
in
appreciate David's stoicism moments.
Yep, stoicism, totally not exhaustion.
mind.
I hear you.
That's what we call it.
I feel
All
that.
right. Without any further ado, let's get started then.
Hello. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Sleepless Knights live D&D game play.
Mac, don't do that to me.
What?
We
Do you
continue
think
our
I froze?
adventure. God damn you guys.
I was hoping to get somebody.
We continued our adventure last week, as you guys found yourselves in a mysterious
Cathedral.
a mysterious cathedral in a parallel plane, we'll call it, that you guys know it as the Other. Just left alone in this cathedral by a demonic-like figure named Titivolus, who left you his pet to deal with. A soul-devouring Nabasu from another realm. A demonic bat-like entity, pure darkness, seemed to take an interest in the pile of souls that were trapped inside these gems in the center of the room. One of the gems, you hoped, holding your friend Castus, Dorn and Eka. As
Got
the
his full
fight
name now.
drew longer and longer, some of you attempted to approach the pile of soul gems. And as you did, you could see this creature kind of retreat towards them and slowly but surely devour them, which caused it to transform even more into a flaming version of itself, covered in blue flames, seemed to increase its power. Some of you going down. Others probably a lot worried about the situation. And those that went down. It was a fierce battle with a creature unbeknownst to most of you. But eventually it was felled. After disappearing into smoke like ash, the party rushed as fast as they could, tried to attempt find out of the hundreds of soul gems here, the one that contained your friend's soul. It was a challenge, as these things seem to have a mind of their own, we'll call it. Some of them moving, some of them whispering. And one by one, all of you began to pick up gems and just sort of shook them like Christmas presents till you found the right one. Not entirely. The way that the soul was discovered was by shining it into the beam of light that shined through a large stained glass window. An odd moon which is the only light source in this entire other that you found yourselves in. When you finally picked up the right gem and shined it in that light, Castus, you saw a visage of yourself trapped in the gem. And you knew that was the right one. There was some other discussions that were had, whether or not you should try to take these souls, the soul gems, take them back with you to see if there was any way you could revive them, or just keep them, to see if there was anything you could do to help the souls that were trapped within the gems. It was also discussed whether or not you were going to try to return Castus' soul to his body here, in the other, or back home. It was eventually decided that you were going to leave the gems, and that you would return Cassus' soul back to his body on your plane of existence, in a small dressmaker's shop. You returned, using the same eye that got you there, eventually finding yourselves packed into this dressmaker's shop once again. Olivia, or Mother, surprised by your appearance or your return, was excited to see most of you. It was decided then and now that you should return the soul to your friend's body. There were some goodbyes to the person or thing that you all got to know as Echo. And the process began. Selic, I'm never going to get those notes. Selic, Sirik, Cameron, Kay, there's too many C's.
You wrote it.
Castus, god damn it. Selic taking the soul gem that contained Dornan's soul in his hands and using the peculiar knife or dagger that he had, lit it aflame and sliced it surgically down the middle. It seemed like the flame inside the gem, or was probably Dornan's soul, stuck to the knife. Before Selig rammed it inside Echo's chest. Just before fully made impact, Selig asked the party for help. You two are banned from the recaps. Truly, both of you.
I was doing pretty good. I was doing pretty good that time.
I was trying so hard, dude.
Max fucked me up.
Anyway,
I was really trying to hold on.
asking the party for help, Selig went to each one of you and asked for a memory. A memory of Cast or Dornan, wherever you remember him as. And one by one, each of you, not everyone, but most of you provided a memory of your friend that you had lost those days, weeks ago. Sarah, tell me. Never mind, we'll get to that later.
It was about a week.
Thank you.
Too long.
Too long ago. On the road to Airbar. Using your strength, Calder, finalize the process. And as you did, Cassid, you found yourself in a familiar dream that you found yourself in once before, standing on a large ledge overlooking a waterfall that poured out of the city of Airbar into the sea. And next to you, one of your best friends, people you remember vividly, a person you remember vividly from your childhood, one that disappeared and was never seen again. One whose name you took after escaping all of the hardship that you had went through. Castus. And as he dove off the familiar ledge and into the sky, he began to fly. Into the sunset, over the ocean, and into the horizon. And you followed closely behind. And just before your gaze met the horizon, you soared over the sea of the shining star. You woke. having your friend Calders sitting over you. That is where we will find ourselves starting our session tonight.
If I may.
You may. Go ahead, my friend.
The last thing you said
Indeed.
was you didn't kiss me, did you? Right? Calder's jaw is gonna drop for just a second. His eyes will squint. And then he's just gonna bop you on the forehead. Stay in the fucking dome next time.
Oh, I'm weak. I'm ill.
And then he'll pull you up and give you a big hug.
I'll hug him back. I promise I won't leave the dome.
If you die again, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And
By
I
the
get
way-
up.
Castus or Dornan, as he picks you up in his hands, Calder, you feel he's just kind of limp. You feel like you have no movement in your body.
Oh, balls.
Oh no.
You are completely exhausted.
Okay, so what level of exhaustion should I put on my character sheet?
5.
Oh, cool.
I
Okay.
thought it was four.
Fuck.
Great place for this to happen, Erebar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hit 5. I am.
Probably gonna
I
have
wanna
to make
die.
an escape.
I can't move really well.
Wait. I'm not
I
gonna
was
hold you
flat-
forever. Get up. I let him go.
Ow!
What are you doing?
I've been doing this for fun. Get. Oh,
Poke him.
I can't move. I can't move.
I'm just going to take this back, all right? He kind of plucks the dagger out of your hand. Calder.
Oh.
Yeah. Cam was is he broken? What'd you do?
You're sure this isn't how he was when you left him?
I mean, pretty fucking
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is exactly how I worked. They just threw me at the enemy.
I'm gonna use
Interesting
my
tactic.
I'm gonna use my walking stick, and I'm gonna just put it over top one of his hands and put like a little pressure on it. Do you feel that?
Yes, I
Okay.
can't move. I just can't. He's laughed crying at this point. I just want to make it.
Might just. He just got back. He might need some time.
And I'm gonna put down my walking stick and shakily just try to like pick him up. And do you have a chair? Kind of looking more toward Mother,
I can get one.
please.
She heads towards the back.
Jesus. Calder, go give her a hand. That noise is awful.
Please,
He's got it.
And I hate it.
Make sure it's one without
She's got it.
grandmother.
Even better if it has grandmother.
You scream at the back.
We can move grandmother. It's fine.
Then you just hear.
Sit on her lap.
Tell her
Pulls
what
a
you
wood.
want for Christmas, little boy.
You're the new grandmother. They toss the old body out.
What is? And I'll try to position Castus on the chair, kind of. So I guess sorry, Dornan. God, I'm doing it. I'm gonna try to position Dornan sitting up on the chair. Pick back up my walking stick and just sort of like cradle the back of his head, so at least he's sort of like looking his head straight up and not just lulled back in a terrible position.
Yeah, he's just slumped. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just kind of like grab sort of like the back of his head gingerly and sort of keep it up, so at least he's just looking forward.
Totally Princess Bride right before the
Yes.
muzzle.
The pain. Rin is
So-
very obviously trying not to cry, and she's just going to take that blue gem that they found and just wordlessly give it to Seelick and just pat him on the shoulder.
Thank you.
Back at you.
So you're you? Yeah.
I'll say about 90%. The other 10%, I can't move.
Well, right, but in here,
More
Yeah, I'm
importantly, in here.
Yeah. Do you kind of? Do you want to put your hand on my chest and see, or ear, see if you can hear my heartbeat? I'm sorry, I'm being a bit angry
Sure.
right now because I can't move.
As
I
I
cast
walk
Divine
over and put a
Sense.
hand on his chest to feel for a heartbeat.
Perception check.
Oh, jeez.
Perceive that heart, my friend.
He's still dead.
I'm gonna cast Divine Sense as well.
Hey,
I hope
that's
it's
actually
heart.
not bad for me. That's only that's an 11.
On 11, you can feel a faint heart.
I mean, I hope his heart was beating. I kind of put a powerful cure wounds on him.
Doom, doom. Doom, doom. Seems weak.
He'll take the hand and ruffle the hair in Egg's hand. But yeah, feels like you're back.
Oh,
Divine sense. Remind me of what those are again? Celestial Fiend Undead, correct?
Celestial Fiend, Undead, and
Desecrated.
Consecrated. Yeah.
Celestial?
I get it from
Yeah.
him.
Mhm.
Out of curiosity, do I get anything else from the lady
I was
here?
just about to say.
From
Or from the
Olivia?
shop? Yeah. Or the shop or anything? No, nothing.
No other
No
pinks?
desecration.
No desecration.
Okay.
These are holy ground.
You feel conflicted, though, with your sense, friend. There's still something there.
What do you
Of
mean?
his undead nature to him.
what's that look? Why do you have that look?
You're weird.
Well, I appreciate the commentary, but not the answer I was looking for.
Right. Well, first off, I don't have much left after the fight to get your soul back, but hopefully this will ease the burden a little. I'll just pat him on the cheek and give him my last 5 points of lay on hands.
As you do,
Um,
whenever the warmth kind of leaves your hand, and you see Dornan's skin begin to turn from that sickly green back to a palish pink color.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yay.
No, so you know how I can kind of feel things sometimes, right? Some of the shit that
Yes.
we've faced.
Belkin knows.
Can't make this
well,
joke.
usually
She's not here.
Usually she's the one feeling things, but normally when I do that, I get a little bit of a feeling from you as well. I think owing to our shared lineage, a little bit of celestial, like a tinge of it.
Yeah,
And that's back. That was gone when you were.
that's good.
But that other thing is still there a little bit too.
What? So I'm like quarter dead?
Maybe. Better than all dead.
True.
Mostly dead.
Yeah, quarter dead is still alive, so
I'd say it's an improvement, for sure.
right.
There's also a chance it's just a mark.
Yeah,
Oh,
or
great.
Some things
Or
don't
we
ever
need to-
go away.
that's true. We might also just need to pay a visit to Max.
Great. Awesome. Which So, in addition to not being able to move very well and being partly dead, I am starving because I haven't eaten like a week.
We could fix that up.
Yeah, let's take care of that.
for sure.
That'll
Um,
happen.
I'm gonna
I'm just-
I'm gonna let you catch up. You can find me in the back if you need me.
Hey, before you go, Cam, thank you.
thank you.
I try to
I'll
move
shift
my
your head
hand.
toward Cameron.
I try to move my hand. Also, the ring on my
I'll
hand.
lift his hand up so Cameron can grab it.
That was with the stone and the horn. I Echo wasn't the most honest. Well, he was honest, but he wasn't the most willing to share. This was with it, so I figured I should probably give it back to you.
As you lift his hand up, he kind of gets into this crouching position in front of you. He just kind of looks at you dead in the eyes. He says, I honestly don't think we've ever met. Odd.
No.
So you know who I am?
Yeah, that's the thing. I remember everything that's happened. And just as a point of order, when I was partly in the crystal, do I have memories of anything that happened while that half was there?
The last thing you remember as Dornan
Mhm.
was your soul being removed by the creature
Okay.
in the forest.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. So, yeah. So I like to apologize right now if I came off as a bit harsh. Yeah.
He takes your hand and he's just going to slide the ring off your finger and puts it in his pocket.
Okay.
This has never happened before. Most don't remember. Looks arrested. Set your hand lightly down.
Are most still
Alright.
walking around when you take them?
When I take him, no.
Yeah,
Well-
well, the stone looked unfinished compared to some of the other ones there, right? Maybe they didn't get the whole thing.
Maybe.
Your Echo said your friend said it was a place. No, that was the dead. You aren't allowed in Kiln For's land, so that was where we had to find somewhere else. Never mind. But whatever happened was different from what happens most of the time, it seems.
I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're capable of.
Well, hopefully it's walking would be great. Would be a great start.
Look on the bright side, you get to get piggyback rides from Calder.
Hey, it's great. Also, so I'm gonna for above board. I'm removing the ring of feather falling, so I'm unattuning to that. Removing
Indeed.
that, and I'm looking at. I'm kind of just shifting my eyes to Redrick. Which, by the way, Redrick, can I have my boots back, please?
I'll move your head toward Frederick.
Damn near first.
Did I still have those?
Yeah,
I mean-
some of those.
After
For
all,
now, it's not really going to matter until you can walk again, right?
That's-
Well, hopefully a nice
Allow-
long nap might help me get those. At least be able to
Yes.
shuffle along.
Allow the poor man the dignity of his possessions at the very least.
Might be useful if we have to sneak out of the city anyway.
I'll
We
take the
should,
boots off and I'll kind of like swing them towards him and be like, here, catch. But then I don't actually throw them. I just I'll stop a second later. Just put it like on your lap. Just pat him on the shoulder. Good to have you back.
No
Thank
flinch,
you.
just a stone cold stare.
he didn't flinch because he can't.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should go home, rest up. Olivia, I think it is.
Yes.
She's still here. How long were we gone?
It's almost as if you never left.
Oh, great.
Almost.
Well, it's been a couple of days.
What?
Jesus fuck, are you serious?
Just
That's
one.
not funny,
Uh,
Lydia. God damn. Wait, one
wait,
day?
days?
It's
It's been
What'd
about
you
a
say?
day.
How
Time is a bit.
Oh,
day!
okay.
A day!
We lost a day. We lost a day.
All right, a whole day.
Damn.
That's a pretty big deal.
A couple of hours. So
Oh.
Was it a
Wait,
couple hours?
a couple
or
of
day?
hours or a day?
a day and a couple of
Okay.
hours.
Okay.
Oh, true.
Okay.
So I kind of wiggle my head back to Redrick's direction. How many days does that leave us with?
About 2.
Yeah, 2, I think. It was 5 from when we gave him the note, which was the day that. No, so 3? 3?
Not
3 and
enough
change?
time for him to recover. Probably.
I-
You look pretty fucked
if-
up.
Maybe we can. I might be able to expedite that. We could talk about that later.
Good. Also, as a secondary or possibly primary to that, Cam said he was going to contact Cade. All that shit with, was his name Titty Villas? Tied to us.
Titty villain.
Same.
Thank you. He said that would be important enough that it would bring Cade here regardless of his avoidance. Cade's taken us places in an instant before.
We still don't know where they're going.
No, but we can contact your family in the meantime.
Yep.
Yes. Maybe they've gotten where they're headed, or they are able to figure out where they're going, or they know by now. Who knows?
Or
Been a day
Cade
and a
to take
half.
us to the boat.
Right? Maybe we don't have to go meet them at all. Maybe they genuinely are safe and going somewhere safe. Because all of our information was wrong.
Well,
If they are safe and we don't need to go to them, are we going to Pirate Dragon?
Well,
Island
I
Poe
actually,
seems like
I
something
actually
that needs
have
to
a-
be handled. Sorry.
yeah, I actually have a question about our next steps if we wind up going somewhere else. Now, I know the whole Kellamvor being just a huge dick liar sort of thing turned out to be what happened, but he still seemed pretty interested in that sword. I don't know what's really going on with that sword, but we might want to consider that since, Kellamvor has one, Tittyville might want one himself. So,
Yeah.
that's a concern.
Yes.
Well, I think that's the Tittyville was Kellamvor in that case, right?
Because
Is that right?
if it was
Yeah.
Kellamvor, then we would have went where we would.
Not Kellam, I'm sorry, not Kellamvor, I meant
Korghos.
Korghos. Korghos has a sword, so Tittyville would want a sword himself, sounds like.
Do we
'Cause
know
if he
that
just wanted to-
Korghos' sword is special?
I don't know, because if he just wanted to steal a soul to lure Seelik and everyone there, he wouldn't. There's been no need to send me on a quest to find the sword. He could just stole me and said, "Hey, come get me." Instead, he
Yep.
did want Echo to go get a sword.
Why did he
Right,
want
I-
us there?
What good I don't know. I was gonna say for the sword. Presumably he wants it to, get it out of enemy hands. He's serving Sirik.
It also depends on. So, you were taken by somebody who claimed to be Kellamvor and claimed to have part of his soul in a sword that he wanted back. If it wasn't Kellamvor, who knows what the sword was? And if it was Tytivolus who sent you on this, maybe there's just infighting between him and Korghos, and he wants what Korghos has. Or he was just sending us to get killed.
I think it's just a weapon he wants to keep out of hands of people that would hurt Sirik.
Yeah, my theory is that was Tittyville, not Kellamvor, right? Tittyville masquerading as Kellamvor.
Tytivolus for all of the listeners that are just.
What do you mean? It's Titty.
Cityville. Canon.
Not
It's
That's
all
what he
on
said.
the air.
Not canon.
Anyway, I'm guessing that the bit about part of Kelemvor's soul being in the sword is maybe true. And that is why it is genuinely dangerous to Cyric, right? A piece of a soul of the god of death in a weapon. I can't think of anything else that sounds so much like it would be able to kill a god.
Well, if you
And I
think
don't know
about
how
your
else
plan,
it would. Sorry,
the,
go on.
I was just gonna say it would be kind of a win-win for Tittyville if we go and we get the sword, then he gets the sword, and then if we don't and we chase after Dornan's soul, then we go there and then he can kill
Take us off the board.
Yeah, win-win.
Granted, if you really
Then
wanted
why
that,
not kill
why
us?
not?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not stay behind
In
and
case we got the
see it
sword.
done?
I mean, he did say he was a manipulator. Maybe he's just fucking weak.
Maybe he was
Wanted
just
me to
keeping
do
us
it for
busy.
him.
It could be a distraction.
It's all a distraction. Always. I mean, we essentially, right? We've been getting dragged around by our noses this whole fucking time. Every time we go do something, we get there and find out that's exactly where they wanted us to be.
Yeah.
Which, frankly, I don't know what that means. I don't know what we're supposed to do in the face of that, because the other hand is, even if it's what they wanted us to do, I still firmly believe that everything we did was the best option, or was at least the right thing to do.
I think it was the only path that we could see.
Right.
Well, right now, all
I-
I'm seeing in terms of paths is a sword that can kill a god.
That is a fair option.
And another lieutenant
Be good to have on hand.
of Cyrix.
Another lieutenant.
Dragon fucking Island. Oh no, that's where a soul piece is, not a lieutenant.
Yeah.
Correct. Which we do have one soul
Which-
piece already, so that's another talk we need to have. What can we
Is
do
it
with
actually a soul piece? That was never actually established that was a piece of his soul, was it?
Well, I mean, at
It's
least
only a soul gem.
that?
It looked very similar and was doing a very similar job to the thing
Yep.
we got under the
Right.
rift.
And is maybe more
Okay.
significant because it is so much larger and was powering a
Okay.
whole city as opposed
Oh.
to a middle ape.
Fair enough.
Actually, while we're talking about the figuring out the soul piece we got here in Erebar, or the soul gem that we got here in Erebar, can I think back to the gem I was given by the Green Braids when I first made Ook? Did it resemble more one of the pieces in Tytivilus's lair, or one of the pieces of Cyric we found?
I would say it's a smaller piece of the. It resembles more of the piece that you found within the vault, the large piece
Okay.
of Cyric's soul. Meaning, the gems that you saw inside of the other, after defeating the Nabasu, were cut. Right? They were still long, some more crude, some more polished. They were cut gems, seemed to house the souls of whomever they were that were inside of them. Cyric's piece, or presumed piece that you found underneath the
big
palace
boy.
in Erebar, is large, just looks like a rugged stone. Glows a dark blue. Well, a light blue in a dark blue gem, essentially.
Is your ape
If we-
fucking Cyric, dude? Is that
Not
what's
yet.
going on? Okay.
But the gem that the Green Page gave you wasn't really, I wouldn't even call it a gem. It almost looked like a rock with that similar blue glow.
Okay. So it might
We
even
can-
be different from both.
But if you were comparing the two, it definitely resembles the one that you found underneath the palace.
We
Smaller,
could
though.
Much smaller.
have Cade confirm when he gets here, if we want, but that is another conversation. Do we trust Cade enough to even let him see the thing?
I trust him even less than I did before.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree, but he kind of was the one that told us about the information of where to at least find them. We did actually
is-
find one where he told us.
This
He
is
at
true,
least
but
knows
telling us
some things and truthful
N-
with some things.
yes, knowing things does not make him trustworthy, though.
Oh, I agree. That's true. But
We know so little about him genuinely. He has lied to us so often. Frankly, he could be on the other side. He could have just sent us here to do the fucking legwork so he can pick up the gem and use it for them or for his own purposes, whatever those may be. And we might not like those any better than theirs.
We have been following him around, and like you said, we keep ending up exactly where they want us. So,
I mean, in all honesty, I think I trust Cameron more than I trust Cade. But if Cameron
Agreed.
trusts Cade, then I think I know
Cameron-
it's rough. Or
Cameron
what
Cameron's
trusts,
admitted to his memory being fucked up.
and he's also said Cade often lies. He from what he said, it sounds like he trusts Cade conditionally.
Well, so then, I guess where do we go from here?
That is
I
the question.
think where we go is to bed,
Yes,
to
please.
rest, recover, and maybe in the morning we can get more information. If, Cam, you'd be willing to talk to Cade, see if we could meet tomorrow.
I can try. He hears yell from around the corner.
You have means of reaching us at a distance, Cam?
No.
Well,
Okay.
and then so
does anyone, mother, grandmother, Lena,
No.
great?
No.
8.
Here,
Was there a third?
even
Lena. Or Lena, Mina. Thank you.
Mina.
Mina.
God
Yes.
damn these names that I come up with.
Do it to
Here.
yourself.
I really
This
do.
is where we'll be. If you convince Cade to come in, just have him meet us there.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
My pleasure.
Insight check.
yeah, I believe that isn't really his
I'm
pleasure.
not even gonna bother. I got 5 levels of exhaustion going on here.
14.
14.
Do we even need an insight check?
I was gonna say I think my insight's even
Seems
lower
as
than
genuine as Cameron can be.
that. Oh no! Ooh. Oh wait, actually, I got a 14 too.
He was about to leave
Well.
when we were in the blood pool.
It's getting close.
It's not his pleasure.
I was real nervous.
Well, your level of pleasure notwithstanding, genuinely, thank you.
You're welcome.
You did a lot for us, and we appreciate it.
Of course. This isn't goodbye, is it?
I
Good
mean, for
night.
the night.
Maybe.
Maybe for
yeah.
now.
Actually, how we getting him back? Just gonna carry a body
Yes.
through the streets?
I
We
mean,
carried
It's
up
called
the
the
road
piggyback
there
ride.
halfway.
You do it for Velkin all the time.
Yeah,
We
but I
can
mean,
just
I
say-
get jealous.
we could
he'll
just say
look
he had
dead.
too-
Yeah.
she can
say-
actually move.
He'll look
Insert,
tired.
Maybe he had
insert
too
some
much-
quip that Velkin would say about how she's not going to get carried, but Dornan is now that he's back. Okay.
All right.
Use your imagination. It has
Listen
to.
Hold
now.
on. Hold on. Let's see if we can make him look a little bit better. And Isaiah's gonna rub his hands and then start rubbing them faster until the heat builds up. Small little sparks start flying off. And we'll just
Wiggling his head about like, no, I don't like this. I don't
push
like
him lightly onto your chest in a soft, warm jolt. Like not even a shock, just a little jolt runs through you. And I'm gonna use one of my fancy new 3rd level spots to cast Cure Wounds on
Woo.
you.
Do we have our new spell slots? Or no?
13
Slots,
Yeah.
not spells.
Okay.
15, 16,
Get the new
19
spells
and
after a
4,
rest.
23.
Cool. Alrighty.
And is he looking a little flusher, a little warmer?
Ish. Still has a paleness to him.
I guess
could-
I wanted to ask the
You can
the
one point of order.
Go ahead.
That whenever you do push your hands on the chest, his hair grows just a tiny bit. And it kind of like spikes, you know, like a bad hair day.
I just wanted to ask, like, the level 3 cure wounds I casted on him, I guess before he came back to consciousness, was that more part of use for the ritual, or was that actual healing points toward him?
Both.
I can tell you
Okay.
right now, I'm healed up because my after awfulness, I'm at about 35 hit points max right now.
These are all roleplay heals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
okay.
are.
So maybe we just give him a bottle to hold on to, or
That
tie
is a
bottle
good
to his
idea.
hands.
Now
And
here
Bernie's his ass.
we can. Damn you! Adam, you stole my joke. I was gonna say we can jazz it up a little. I can do the piggyback ride, or I knew this guy named Bernie.
Or
We
I
can
could
tie up
just
his
have
arms.
Ook carry him like he's asleep or something.
Well, I
Bernie
was
should have
going to
been
say,
called
yeah,
the
we could
Fathers.
just have one of us carry him and then just say he had a little bit too much to drink, you know.
He's gonna be
Little bit of a day
talking
drinker.
and interacting with us. No one's gonna think he's dead.
He could
No,
just
that's-
close his
You
eyes
guys
and
never
pretend
seen
he's
someone
asleep.
wasted coming
I
home from the
would've-
bar before?
I'm gonna
We could
pass
also-
out.
Forgotten few
Second I close
argues
my
about
eyes.
the
Guys.
plan and how they're going to take
Guys.
Cassius back to Isaiah's.
All right, here's my real concern. We just got to make sure we hide him,
How about
and
we-
ourselves, frankly, because they're expecting him
Yes.
on a silver platter from
So
us.
how about we just don't take the streets?
Absolutely, I agree
Yeah.
with you there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying between here and the entrance or whatever. Let's.
Half a block up. Yeah.
Yep.
We've used it a couple
Even-
of times.
All right. Even that.
I
Okay.
don't suppose y'all have
Wait.
any sewer access in here.
No.
Do
I
you
mean, I
have
could
an
make one.
Worth
aquifer
asking.
downstairs?
No.
I mean, technically it runs through the city, but it's rock mostly. So never mind.
Are you doing illegal plumbing?
No.
Yes.
No,
I mean-
I didn't do any plumbing. I just let it run through my house. There was
Wait,
no
what?
piping involved.
Isaiah
Wait, what's
broke the
plumbing?
law.
I helped you break a wanted cripple out of prison.
I wanted cripple.
Yes.
Criminal.
Everybody does
Oh,
want
criminal.
Why would it be criminal?
I was like, why are you calling him a cripple?
criminal.
Yeah. I'm there now. I'm there.
Anyway,
All right, let's
Let's go.
everybody
Let's go.
cloak up.
Um,
You got any grip strength? I promise this is an innocent question.
Light grip strength.
what a
like,
It's not
like,
like he's
could
like-
he?
He's not like completely paralyzed, right? Like he can still move his extremity. He just has a movement speed of 0.
Right,
however you
right.
guys
Which
wanna
is why
play
I
that.
don't know if he can
Well, however
move his
you guys wanna play
extremities.
Paralyzed.
I pull out the bottle of blue that we all had a shot from before everything.
ooh.
I'm gonna try to hold it. I'm gonna keep a hand under it in case he drops it.
I was gonna say, I'm still kind of holding the back of his head, so I'll help with a little angling.
We just
You got
get him in a princess carry and lay it on his lap.
no.
He doesn't
that
have
looks.
to hold anything.
Oh my god, Princess. I'm gonna put him
Hold
on
on.
my back.
Give me
Okay.
1 second, and I'll like kind of put my walking stick back, and I'll like half him up.
All right.
Like Wesley and
Can you just
Fezzik.
put an arm over two people's shoulders?
I just
Anyway.
head into his Eggball's chest and gosh,
Ren leaves.
We got this. Let's just go.
I'm leaving with Red. I'll meet you guys back there.
Yeah, let's just
luck.
leave, please.
As you guys begin to leave, Avery tugs on your sleeve, Red, and just kind of points like a 1 second. And she turns around and she rushes up to Cameron and flicks him something, and he catches it. He looks at his hand. Well, at least we didn't have to use it. And he tussles her hair. She comes running back to you.
Little scamp.
That was my good call, kid. And
She just winks at you.
just kind of walk out with Ren, I guess. I don't know. Continue what happened.
Just shake my head at her with a grin.
What'd she have?
The ring.
The real one?
Yep.
I think so.
She
When
gave
did
us a
that
fake one to
happen?
give back.
We don't know.
I think she didn't give us the real ring. I think she just kept it and made us
But
think
they-
that
Those of you
she
that
had
were
given us-
alive during the battle that you fought, you remember she was rummaging through his things.
Oh, he had it.
right, yeah.
Ah.
I was
Clever
gonna say they
boy.
said they left out a fake one
Man,
to
I
steal.
should just not tell you guys these things.
I just assumed she had stickier fingers than we thought. That's all.
Pretty
If
sticky
you
fingers.
remember, she never stole the real one. First
Yeah, she got the fake one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if maybe that was like a double fake out.
double fake.
Yeah.
Avery not that good.
She had an exact replica the whole time.
To the sewers.
Stealth check from all of you as Eggval carries a dead, lifeless body in his arms.
Gross.
He's not dead. He's unconscious. He's been drinking.
I'm being carried. Do I have to make a stealth check?
Disadvantage, Eggval.
Ugh.
Okay.
Can we cover him in like fake blood?
That's way worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make
What
the
the
biggest
fuck?
fucking spectacle.
Hey, cool. Okay, I roll the same thing on my die. So stealth check. Okay.
Isaiah Nuke.
I got a 4, he got a 17.
Redrick.
6.
Eggval.
Fuck.
I rolled double
Check
tens
those
for
boots.
14.
Okay. Calder.
9.
Oh
9.
wow, we are doing
Ren.
great.
I rolled a 9, so that's a total of 22.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Rogues, let's go.
Nice.
Jordan, just roll me a d20.
Okay. I'll use the rainbow
Gotta
die
love
here for a
Rainbow.
12.
12. You guys make it back to, I'm assuming, the familiar sewer hatch that you guys have been coming in and out of near the market.
Yep.
Just assuming.
Mm-hmm.
As you get to it, you see a lady kind of bump in to Calder just in the rush towards the market. She kind of stops and looks at your party. And, it's is he dead? What is that?
No,
He's
no,
drunk.
He's,
He's just
been
drunk.
Drinking a lot. That's all.
Yeah.
It's just, you know,
This
midday.
guy really can't hold his
Guards!
liquor.
I'm gonna throw
I'm
up.
grabbing
I'm
her.
gonna throw
I'm
up.
grabbing her.
I'm gonna throw up.
I just grab her.
She's screaming.
I don't know. I shrugged everyone.
Nobody's dead.
I'm not.
Just
I'm
run.
not dead.
Just run.
Yeah,
This
let's
is
go.
terrible.
Go. Let's go.
All right. Throw
You
her.
take her again. You throw her.
Let it go.
He's tossed.
Damn it.
Slams up against the wall.
To the sewer we
Crazy
go.
She's unconscious. She lays there. Slumped up
Oh my
against the wall.
god. You knocked her out.
Throw her that hard. Okay.
She made impact
She's a
with the
peasant.
wall.
She's got like 2 hit points.
One left.
Or none. You toss the lady up against the wall. She slumped. Slides down.
Ooh.
Take off towards the sewers. Quickly getting to the grate. Ook sets it to the side, and you all rush in, one by one, until the last person. You are once again in the stinking filth of Erebar.
Oh god, I can smell it now. I don't want to breathe. I don't want to breathe anymore.
Can arrange that.
And it's like it's like the first time you've smelled something like really nasty, you know,
Oh.
because you haven't smelled in a long time. Oh yeah, it's potent for you, bud.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get used to it. Starts to smell like home after a few years.
His color immediately leaves his skin just out of nausea at this point.
He's green again.
He's green again.
Echo, take back over. Echo, take
Hold
back
on.
over.
Hold on. Isaiah will grab a little piece of cloth out from one of his hits and inscribe a couple little flowers on it and stuff it into,
oh.
not into, but onto his face, and it'll smell like, it's soft and sweet. Oh, it'll smell like rose. This is.
Oh, it smells like roses and shit. That's a little better though.
Is it? It's just a combination.
At least I smell roses. It kind of softens that awful spike in your brain from the smell. It's better. It's better.
I mean, if you press it harder and breathe through your mouth, you'll get a little bit less of the smells.
Hey, hold them a little lower.
Oh, to the ground, not.
Can we go? Can we please go? I'm tired.
Yes, let's leave.
Yes, we get back. Assuming nothing happens on the way.
So it takes you a good 20 or so minutes to walk through the sewers of Erebar in the dark and using your light sources to get back to about a walk away from Isaiah's place. At this point, it is rather light outside. Seems like it's the middle of the afternoon. Time has definitely passed since you entered the portal. You entered there first thing in the morning. It definitely seems like it's in the afternoon. Whether it's a day or not, you're not sure, but time's definitely passed.
Just in case, Ren, you want to give it a quick eye over?
Yeah, of course. I'll creep up and peek in.
Perception check.
Oh, BT, my passive perception is 19 now.
Jesus.
Sure.
Wow.
Can I take my passive?
No.
I rolled a
I forgot we
14.
leveled.
What did you roll?
14.
Oh. The street seems occupied, but no wandering eyes towards the manhole.
I will look down and signal everyone to come up and slowly, quietly shift. Same old, same old.
Okay. One by one, you exit. You do catch wandering eyes that see you exiting the sewer, and people stop and begin to whisper and hurry
I mean, they're-
past.
Probably
I
a
smile and
little
wave.
used to seeing Isaiah do it, but surprising that he
Yeah.
has friends.
But a large metal ape and a Goliath carrying a body.
Assistants and apprentices.
Okay.
Yep.
All of you
Uh,
clamber out of the sewer here.
Isaiah will make sure he's in first to the door and check it to make sure it's still locked from when they left.
Interesting. When you arrive to the door,
Uh-oh.
definitely different.
Oh.
As you see a set of blades that have found themselves in the front door. 5 different kinds. A dagger, a rusted sword, a short sword, a rapier, what looks like a broken half, what would be a glaive or a long sword, much larger sword, and a sharpened axe. It's forming this ring.
All right, new plan. We're not staying here.
Why not?
Because they definitely know where it is.
That's not new.
Well, we thought that maybe at least there was a chance they didn't know where we were before, but we have other
Specifically,
options.
Sure.
So
What options?
there was a particular place that was hidden under places that we have been before.
That is much more open, much less defensible, and that none of us know very well.
That
But we
maybe
have
at
been
least
there.
isn't being watched.
Confused your DM on what this place might be, but continue.
Lena's place
Lena's hideout.
Gotcha.
Lena's place.
Gotcha.
in,
Absolutely
the,
there.
in the sewers.
Okay.
We could be being watched right now.
Likely
Yes.
we are.
Well, let's have this conversation inside at least, and we'll decide whether or not we're going to stay. I'll check the door for traps.
Investigation check.
Am I looking through a window?
I will
Is there a
help
window
because I
anywhere?
know the door.
There is a window.
Guidance as well.
Can I try and
Can
stealthily
Isaiah help me
peek
because
in?
he knows the door?
Perception check.
Okay. I don't want to be seen either. If there's someone like right inside there.
Was that a yay or nay on advantage
Sorry.
for Isaiah helping me?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said guidance called her to me or to him?
To you.
Okay.
That's
So
My
a 21.
investigation.
21 for
Nice.
perception. You walk up to the window, previously destroyed, if you guys remember, repaired by your party members. You peer in through a closed curtain. And just through the crack, you can see that it's been kind of moved to the side. You can see inside that this place has been tossed. Table overturned, things scattered all over the ground. The bed in the center of the room, books tossed.
But I don't see
I rolled
any
a 28.
people.
No people.
Okay.
28. Not trapped. Not locked.
They left it open.
How
I will
nice of
very
them.
slowly,
just-
carefully
Toss
Does
open the
it-
door.
Does the door look like somebody picked it? Or like it was unlocked?
Looks like the mechanism is destroyed. Take a closer look to it. At it,
Force.
sir.
Okay.
Looks like they got impatient, Red.
Yeah, that it does. And now, kind of just look around, like at the tops of buildings and stuff. They all but know for certain that we're not looking for Dornan.
Yep, and
Egg.
Dornan cannot walk.
Or Egg, are you available to respond?
Liam!
Nope.
I guess
Just
that's a
no.
All right, work on that later.
Oh,
That's what
that's
it
why.
Technical difficulties by Liam. He may have had a spill on his end, as he just typed us.
All right. Get in, assess the damage, find out what they've done. And then we need Egg to contact Elena?
Yeah. Check out.
Yeah,
Make sure nothing happens.
as soon
since
as
they
possible.
Figured that out. Figured that out.
All right, let's go.
Side you
I guess
go.
when we go and yeah, I'll look for any
Calder will stand outside the door.
traps, messages, anything accidentally left behind.
Roll me a new investigation check.
I'm gonna stay outside with Calder and keep an eye out for anyone watching us.
Yep. Yep.
Avery stands out with you, looking just as intimidating.
Sure she does.
Arms crossed.
Ow!
She's
While
a,
I'm
she's a
being
tough little shit
held-
kicker.
I
While I'm
like
being held like a baby, I want to have my pistol kind of in my hand. I don't know if I actually be able to use it, but I have my pistol kind
Hey,
of out.
turn me! It's like C-3PO on the back of Chewbacca.
Let me see. What is Bible possession? I mean,
rolled a
disadvantage.
32, by the way.
Technically, you can
Disadvantage.
roll.
32?
32 on a nat 20.
Nice.
Wow.
Whenever you go inside, Ren, you begin to assess just the overall damage. And Isaiah, you begin to recognize this too, that it had to have been multiple people. Things are just destroyed. The table's destroyed. When I say it was turned, it wasn't just shit flipped over and caused the mess. It seems like they destroyed this entire room. Cut the bed, destroyed the books, ripped pages, destroyed the table, anything that you can see. The door to your workshop is open as well.
Oof.
It's just darkness leading down. You can tell, Ren, that it was probably multiple people. You don't see any signs of like letters or markings, thieves' canted, or anything like that.
Nothing left behind, nothing identifying.
Mm-mm.
I mean, obviously we know who did it, but just like anything.
Nope. Just chaos and destruction.
Okay.
Mm. What about... There were 3 urns on the shelves.
Smashed. The shelf kind of lays broken.
Isaiah reaches over to the door, yanks out the battle axe, yanks out the short sword in his other hand, and then starts walking downstairs.
Slowly but surely, you walk downstairs. It's dark down here. Just by the natural light coming in from the street down the stairs here, you notice that your workshop's also been turned, destroyed. Most of your blueprints and schematics taken.
Is there anybody down here?
Perception check.
I love it when that happens. I got a 0.
The anti-Ren.
Silence. Feels
Isaiah?
empty for the first time.
You're right down there. Ren, you might want to go help him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I was designated to deal with emotions, but I can do that.
I would go, but
Sure, wet fish, got it.
Fish.
I'll slowly walk downstairs, just kind of assess the situation. And then before walking any deeper into the room, I'll just... Isaiah?
He's got a white knuckled death grip on the weapons in his hands, and he just drops them to the ground, turns around, walks upstairs. When he gets within hearing distance of everybody, he just says, well, at least that settles our next move. Wylan Poe is
Wait.
dying.
that's a bold statement.
It was always going to come to him or us. This just accelerates it.
Ren, you might want to tell. Can you do your mind link thing with Calder at least?
I
Even
made sure
though
I was
the-
within hearing
Oh,
distance
okay.
of the
Yeah.
people outside as well.
Red and me are outside.
Yeah, they're outside.
I mean, it's not a big house.
And the door is open.
Probably like 20 feet
Okay.
away.
Oh, I thought the door was shut. My bad. I mean, Isaiah, I know you love your house, your home.
It's
Is it?
not that. He has been chasing us almost the entire time we've been together, at the very least since Hard Castle. He is going to continue chasing us until we deal with it.
Food for thought. Let's say we manage to get Poe isolated enough that we can take him out. Who takes his spot? Do the Five Blades let that insult go? Let us walk off scot-free after killing one of their higher-ups? Poe is the one pulling the strings against us now. But an attack on him is an attack on the organization, and these kind of groups don't let shit like that go.
That's one way. to get to him. And as you said, a way that's got very specific consequences.
Do
There
you
are
have
other
a
things
better
we
idea?
can do. I've got a few. I don't know that they're better.
What kind
Well-
of time would they entail? Because we don't know what's happening to Red's family, and also I've got
Yes.
like a brother that's a slave right now, so kind of like on my mind.
And I can't do much right now.
Right.
Yeah, I'm totally on board with killing Poe now. Don't get me wrong. Can we at least check in to make sure that everything's all right and that they're not like already in a Five Blades prison with guns to their heads? You know, just a quick check on that.
Of course. No one said this was the next 5 minutes. But Poe is a fucking schoolyard bully who just has been given power. There are ways to make the people who gave it to him not care if he fucks up enough. If he stops being useful.
You're
That's
talking
a-
about a very in-depth, clandestine, time-consuming operation.
Yes.
Possibly.
Something we don't have time for.
Yeah. I'm on board. I am 100%
Or if he
on
just
board.
disappears.
Once our families are safe, we can't just make him disappear, Isaiah. We don't have that kind of manpower in the city.
We don't. We just
This-
went to another fucking plane of existence and battled a nightmare that would make Poe shake to the ground.
Yeah, and they knew about it. They're gonna know anything we do with a body. They're gonna know what happened to their master.
This guy owns this place.
Master?
Isaiah.
No. This guy is put in place by the Baron and his folks to be the face of the clandestine bullshit he pulls
How
off.
do you intend to get them to remove him from that position?
I have ideas. I don't have plans.
A month ago,
These are thoughts.
Poe was a boogeyman. In the shadows, running a shadow operation. Sure, we came back here now and he's in the fucking palm of the Baron. But we can't, like, if they let him go, he's just gonna go back to doing things the old-fashioned way. Out of the light. I don't know. Like I said, I'm on board with killing him. Don't think that can hurt us in any way. But
Look, no one hates it more than me. But right now, we have to focus on what we can do, and that is Redrick's family.
can't. Let's check in first. We still have no idea where they are, so
Might be a little bit till we get there,
Yeah.
bud. So we're gonna take a left and say, all right.
Wait, I think our bard's back.
Still, our immediate concern is we can't do a whole hell of a lot until Castus can move, and we can't stay here.
We need a safe place to rest.
Yes, we need to lie
Even-
low.
Even then, if we want to contact or talk to anybody, I can't do that until tomorrow. To try to at least help in any way with what's going on with Dornan, I can't even try to do that until tomorrow. I'm sorry about what happened with your house, but let's just take the night and we'll regather thoughts tomorrow.
Right. Let's find somewhere to sleep. More than one of us is barely standing. I only know one spot, unless you want to throw ourselves on the lady's mercy.
Damn. Because as a kid, I ran around a lot and kind of found little hidey holes every so often, like empty buildings and stuff like that. Would I have any idea, like maybe potentially an area that was not as regarded, like in the slums?
Make me just a survival check with advantage.
Oh, which is it zeros out. It's a straight roll.
There's
One.
always never
One
mind.
point of order, Isaiah, as you're kind of brooding thought. As you're brooding over your thoughts, you are looking just at the damage, and your eyes fall upon the broken urns. One of them does seem to be intact, a smaller one, about 8 inches in height, very round and small, brass, not made of any like very easily broken material. Survived. You can see it sits within the rubble.
Mine or hers?
What do you mean? Oh, well, yours.
I rolled a 17.
You can think of a few places. At least you could lead your party to a place where you might be able to find an abandoned building. Now, granted, it would be in the warehouse district. Maybe you could find something in the living quarters.
There might be some areas, but we got to get, unfortunately, to the warehouse district.
Isn't that kind of their
Yeah, most
hole?
of those places are just abandoned as a front. I hate to break it to you, but as a kid, you were probably being watched while you were in those buildings.
Yeah.
Lena's at the war room. Should go
which
there.
at least has a door we can lock.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Just for tonight.
at least.
Try to figure out something better. I mean, I'm sure there has to be abandoned houses in the neighborhood. I can sleep in the sewer tonight. I can sneak out on my own tomorrow. They won't catch me. When we all move in a group, we're all pretty visible, but if like one or two of us sneak out on our own, then maybe we can evade them, find a safer place to hide.
You know, that's
And
actually
see if
a
we can
good
sneak
point.
everyone in.
Didn't like a very large population of the city just die like within the last week? There's got to be abandoned houses everywhere in the living district.
Yeah.
Sure. Ones that they're not gonna find.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Needle in a
let's do
haystack.
sewers tonight, and then tomorrow you guys can scout while Egg makes his calls, and you guys and I just not be a lump, maybe.
Well,
All right, one thing at a time then. To the sewers.
Ren, do you remember the way?
I'm not sure. But when we step outside, before we get into the sewer grate, I'm just going to look around and see if I can catch anyone watching us.
Perception. Perception. Perceive it.
Perception. It's
Perceive
pretty
it.
decent. That is a 22.
22. You look. The streets are not flooded with people, but there's motion even outside of Isaiah's house. So as you step out, you see passerbys give you a look. Men, women, some children. No one directly suspicious standing up against the wall in the shadows.
Nobody on any roofs or anything like that.
You look up. No. Not that you can see.
Mhm. Okay. I mean, yeah, I do remember how to get there. I figure if you're asking me that, then it's because you're gonna like go off on your own, and I just don't think that's a good idea. But I'm not your mom.
I need to clean up a bit. I'll be just behind you.
I'll wait with you. You guys go ahead.
Isaiah, a single target is easy pickings.
I've got Ook.
I'll wait with him too.
sorry, I'm
Take
still.
the-
Am I still carrying Dornan?
Yeah, you've been carrying me the whole time.
Okay, I'm just double checking because there was a moment where
Turning him towards each person that's talking.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was doing his head earlier. So yeah. I guess, what is it? If most of the party's leaving before, at least I end up having to leave the house, which also includes Dornan, I'll say to Isaiah, we'll get retribution for what's happened. Not just for this, but just for everything else that's gone on. And I'm sure anything else that Poe has done. And if it's not by our hands, it will eventually come. Even the strongest finds the same fate as the worst of men. I'll
Everybody
carry
does.
Dorn.
Hmm.
I'll just give a nod, a little bit of a painful nod, and I'll walk out with Dorn.
Be safe. As I'm being
it's-
carried out.
Except for that dragon and Uxtad and a whole bunch of other. Sorry, yes. Eggstad. Sorry.
Do we know whether or not the hideaway is more than a mile from Isaiah's?
Yes, give or take a couple hundred feet.
Well, just for funsies, I'm gonna throw up a connection to Calder and to Isaiah to Red and Avery for 6 hours, and I will just maintain that as long as possible in case of emergency.
Okay. You know, I'm beginning to hate when you do this here in your head.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I mean, why me?
Well, because it's easier this way. It's because like you don't talk out loud, so I figure if there's anything like you wanted to just say directly, you wouldn't get frustrated. You could just be like, "Oh my god, tell these dumbasses this is what I mean," and I'd be like, "This is what they mean, dumbass."
Yeah,
You
but
know?
you know I can do this too, so
Well, yeah, but you said you can only do it like a few times a day, or like for not that long. You said that mine lasts longer. Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to be helpful. But if you don't want me to do it anymore, well, it's fine.
I feel like you're trying to do something here that just don't.
Okay, I break the connection.
Whoa!
Ow.
Damn!
That was like a sound.
Hang on.
Ren is only 19, and that teen is really showing. I guess as the group is leaving, I'll turn to Isaiah. What's first?
Get those. Get that crap out of my door. And Isaiah will bend down with a little dustpan and start sweeping up the stuff from the broken urns.
Okay.
Pull the blades out of the door. Start cleaning up.
Make sure you guys are good. No good.
Dude, once he gets the stuff from the broken urns into a like a little box or something, and the other one he just takes a last look around. And then grabs the little box and the brass urn and goes, "All right, let's go." Nothing else much here is worth it. But as they go, he closes his door. And takes out a little dagger. And starts scratching on his door frame. Something that I will think of in a couple of minutes. No.
We can come back to you.
Blades are only as strong as your fear of them. And then he leaves a fresh, clean, very well made dagger sticking below it. Alright.
I'll boop the dagger on the hilt and cast light.
Light
go.
in the darkness, I guess.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll
I mean,
try.
after day, dimness.
Yeah.
You think? You think anybody cares what happens to their ashes afterwards?
You mean like before they go, or from
After
beyond?
they're gone. It's been a couple of years.
Maybe some. Probably the vein.
I always thought this sort of thing was only for the people left behind. Kind of hope it is.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
It's gonna be
Like
nice
once you're,
someday to get a chance to rest.
Yeah.
You know, I think Dornan would have loved my dad. A lot of the same stupid pacifist bullshit. I'm really sorry you never got to see them after.
My parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Um, yeah, one more thing. I made a bad call. And that led to a lot of bad outcomes. Trying to
Yeah,
put a better
but-
foot forward.
you also have to remember, nobody makes a choice in a vacuum. A lot of what happened to you, you were, what, 16?
14.
14. Shit. Baby. A lot of what happened to you. Not because of you. Doesn't change the fact that you made those choices, but gives context at least. Something to remember sometimes when it's hard to sleep.
Yeah.
It's funny, you know? I don't know if any of you have done it yet, but spend 15 years building something. It's really hard to see it go.
Yeah.
But we got Dornan back. Yay.
Yes, we did.
God, he's
That
gonna be
fucker
so
steps
annoying.
outside the dome again, I swear. On the Star Queen, I will be the one to put him back in the ground.
Oh, he's totally going to do that again. And he's going to fire first, even though it's a warning shot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe he learned his lesson about that one. We all gave him a lot of shit.
I mean, he also tried to shoot an invisible tower and a bird. And, well, I mean, you tried to shoot them. It hurt the bird.
Well,
too,
that
but-
fucking hawk needed to die.
Mhm,
All
sure.
right.
Because it's
It
the
did.
hawk's fault.
It's. I didn't say it was his fault, but he served the guy you want to kill. So, just hey.
I mean, some of us have served some very bad people.
Yes, and there was a long time where some of us thought they deserved to die too.
Was
I'm
past tense.
trying. I go back and forth.
Well,
I try to cling on to the fact that I'm at
You hear
least.
wings fluttering above you.
Is it a hawk? I swear to God.
Look up. It's a pigeon.
Okay. Toll the dead. No, I'm just kidding.
Troll.
Explodes.
Feathers.
I try to cling on to the fact that I'm at least trying to do better now. I made a lot of things worse for a long time. And I'm trying to leave things better than they were when I found them now. And hopefully, I don't know. I mean, I don't really think I can ever make up for all that shit, but hopefully I can at least make life better for someone along the way.
There's no, in my experience, there's never any making up. But that doesn't stop you from being able to do good. And you certainly seem to be doing that. For the most part. I mean, encouraging Velkin is just gonna end up with people burned or with money being stolen or
I do not encourage her doing that.
Mhm, sure.
I gave her a, believe it or not, when we went into the shop the other day, I gave her a talking to about some of that.
It's not that soundproof, and
Was she in
I had to
trouble?
clean up that shop many times.
God damn it.
Listen, I'm just saying there was a talking to before the talking to. If you can't, let's go.
I'm not even there.
That's in your head, Culver.
Just Ren laughing.
Just making some very well-timed comments
Yeah.
with no context.
But,
DM, are we there yet?
as one last thing, as we start walking down into the sewer, he goes, I wasn't lying or joking. And I'm glad one of us at least gets to hear it. The you that you are now, I'm very proud to call a friend.
Thank you.
I
Not too
mean-
shabby.
You could stand to rush in a little bit less, you know, or maybe trust a little. We're going to have to talk about
Listen,
that someday. Anyway,
I'm built like a
We
brick
should-
shit house. I can take a hit. I might as well.
yeah, but it doesn't always have to start as a fight. It could start as a conversation and we could get more information.
But, hey, I
Sometimes.
talk to
Not
people.
all
I
the
rush
time.
in when it's clear that someone is going to try to kill us. The prison, come on. Those guys had giant fucking swords. That was not going anywhere but a fight.
Yes,
Tell me I'm wrong.
we could have found out who they were first.
What the enemies.
Enemy.
We've got plenty of
Enemies.
those. Figuring out which one which is going to be fun.
Yeah, they were clearly on the bad side. Look, tactical advantage. It's very important. Something my dad taught me from day one. Let's go.
The rest of you eventually make your way back towards the underground refugee camp in the sewers. Which way are you trying to enter from?
I think all the walls are supposed to be gone now, right?
They are.
Yes.
I was
just
curious of which way you were in. Through the sewers,
Yeah.
through the courtyard.
through the sewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's odd approaching. It's almost like a weird optical illusion. You're used to the walls being there, and then all of a sudden your perspective hits, and you notice that, oh shit, we're kind of there. And you see, you actually came from the side where you would pass by what was a makeshift war room for these people. You notice the black steel door in the middle of the sewers here. You can hear the water of the sewer kind of rushing in towards the center. Dark down here now. There is no braziers lit any longer.
just want to do a walkthrough, make sure we're alone, make sure there's nothing sticking out.
I will assist.
Perception check. Perceive thine surroundings, my friends.
I snuggle into Eggvall.
You've been asleep this entire time.
Yes.
It's like a kid in a car, you know. You're like, you wake up, and you're like, "Damn, how did we get here?"
I would say every so often there's like shakes, and I have to like readjust. My grip.
Mm.
23 for me.
Okay. You just rolled with advantage.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought red was one too.
Oh, okay. I'll roll.
Oh, I
Roll the
sorry, I
dice.
rolled
I'm
advantage.
doing
All
it.
right, someone roll.
I thought I saw you roll.
I got a 10.
Damn.
Okay.
With the 23, Ren, as you're standing, kind of, sort of. Does anybody have a light source? Please tell me, you guys have
She's dark
light.
vision.
I
She
can
has
see in the
vision.
dark.
Dark vision.
I have a torch.
Is it
There it
lit?
is.
It
Did
is
you light
now.
the torch? Okay. You light up the torch. Has some kind of feeling that you have.
Methane
As you
explosion.
do,
Do I have a
as you
torch?
do, Ren, you feel something rush across your foot.
I do.
And as you look down, it is a massive rat. Skitters into the shit.
Yeah.
Towards the center of the pool.
It's nicer than I remember, guys.
Are there yet?
I mean, it was a chunky boy, like at least 5 pounds. Like,
Chunky.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see if I can get to the war room.
Thick.
Go for the war room.
lock.
I'm gonna
The
see if I can
door
pick
is-
it. Oh wait, I have the key.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got
Okay.
the little rock thing.
I did never get that back from you.
Nope, I'm keeping it.
Are you
Okay.
unlocking it with the mesostone, or are you going to?
I'm trying the mesostone first,
Mesostone.
and I will check it for traps before I
Okay.
open it.
Well, you said first, so
Yeah. Well, before I open
Yeah.
it, I check it for traps.
Okay.
I will unlock it.
Okay, so you unlock the door first, and then
Then
you
I
check it for
remember.
traps,
Yeah.
and then you try to open it. Okay, go ahead and make me an investigation check. As whenever you press the stone, gives this faint purple glow before it fades again. You hear
24.
you see a massive pile of TNT on the other side of the door. No, I'm just kidding. It is.
I was going to
empty.
say for serious.
sure.
Okay.
You see a fuse.
Run. Okay. No, I open the door and I go inside.
It is just a dark, empty room with a wooden table in the center. It'll be cramped if all of you want to stay in here.
I got the table. Lay out my bed
I just
on
want
it.
someone put me down. Eggwell, just put me down in the corner on like a bedroll or something like that. That'd be fine.
Sure. Yeah. You have a bedroll. I'm just gonna assume. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, my stuff. Oh, this place is nice. It's better than the being in the sewers itself. I just kind of lean. I kind of very slowly, sluggishly, kind of move myself up against the wall. So I'm kind of sitting up a little bit. Oh.
I'll take out my spare pair of pants and just sort of like roll it up, and I'll put it up so at least like your head's leaning up against that instead of a
Neck
hard
pillow.
wall. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
These dirty spare pants.
Listen, man.
The ones where he keeps the rest of the souls.
Service.
Yay!
Oh no, that's the pepper pouch. We all know that.
Hmm.
Okay, so you you all settle in. And even with the how many are you? 1, 2, 3, 4,
8.
5, 6 of you that are there now
Ook and
Yeah.
Avery.
Belkin, yeah.
are cramped in this space at the very moment. Adding Ook, Isaiah, and Calder, you're gonna be tight, laying on top of one another, for sure. This room is not that big.
Someone on the table, someone under the table.
I'm
We got
all
it.
squished up against the wall. I'm fine.
Alder and Velkin only take up
Why-
one spot.
Why can't we just
Vel-
sleep in the
Vulcan,
other
Can we
room?
stop this? Can we stop this until it's appropriate? Okay.
Vulcan can sleep on my chest like a baby. Just-
God damn it.
She's
And
so small.
She's a
And
weighted
Ook
blanket.
doesn't sleep, so he'll stand outside the door.
Okay.
Egg, could you make some food? Because I am starving.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I guess I'll go outside the room, maybe just like a little ways out, and I'll just make something quick. I'm assuming we probably would just grab some food from whatever was left with the house if there's anything left.
And I shout, "No soul peppers!"
That's slam the door.
It's just gonna be cold stew. You use the water from your from the sewer. You use poop water.
No.
Poop water
I'll
stew.
boil it
No,
for
Chunky
safety.
stew.
Are you going to start a fire down?
They did have braziers for when
They do?
everybody was down here.
There's
That's
not
all.
lit.
Like tin cans, probably.
You gonna
I
light a
can start
brazier?
fire. Yeah. I'll let her brazier, and then I'll try to. I'll figure out. I won't be able to like make stew, but instead I'll try to like. I might have to use. I'll cook something in my pan that'll probably more likely be better on over top of brazier than a stew or than my
Okay.
pot. So
Some hot rations.
yeah,
Stale bread from
Hydrated.
Isaiah's.
yeah.
You bring it back and feed the party that is there. Does anybody else want to do anything before the other two arrive?
Just mending my shirt that Redrick slashed.
I'm just slowly eating, and I start licking the bowl.
Licking the bowl, huh?
I haven't eaten in a week. I'm hungry.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
That's a meme.
So, like, 60 or so % of taste is smell. I don't think you're licking the bowl down here.
You don't know how hungry you after eating on a week. You might be not care.
Kind of went heavy on the spices. You know, I've got all my new spices in the pouch.
Just salt.
That's all.
Okay.
So then what happens, Evan?
So like a simple cooking scene without it divulging into something.
Gosh.
Eventually, the other three of your party arrive, slowly but surely, and you two arrive.
We
to
gotta
cramped-
go. We're being chased. It's bad.
You're not very
Deception
good at
check.
that.
What? Hey,
Deception check. Dude. Come on.
Can I help
I'm a
by
damn good
panting?
liar.
Let's find out.
You're not very good at that.
I didn't roll well.
They wanted to help by panting.
14. Roll an insight check.
Yeah, roll an
no,
insight
that's my-
check.
My passive insight is 15.
That's dog shit.
So,
My passive insight is 16.
Fuck
Yeah.
you guys.
You
I
are
rolled a
lying.
15.
I was gonna say Redrick's probably the only one that passively wouldn't have, but yeah, you get that he's just definitely not being serious.
It's like, oh,
I'm
yeah, he was
fucking
chasing him.
around. Your mom.
Nice.
All right. Thank you. It's
That's
still in style.
an
right, that
odd joke
That's
for
a-
this entire group.
It's
don't know.
yeah. Know your
That's
audience.
what my mom
That's why
looks
it's
like.
funny, because Egg's the only one with a mom.
I have a mom.
I had a mom.
I feel bad now.
Plus, we don't know. Redrick might have a mom. We just don't
Redrick,
know
you
who
got
it
a
is.
I don't know. She might be out there
Mom,
somewhere.
Oh, that's right. You don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
That
We-
joke
we should just-
devolved very quickly.
We should just settle it once and for all. We are no longer the forgotten few. We are the parental issues.
Well, no,
It's
we're
just a-
forgotten because our parents just or at least Edric's forgotten.
Stop.
The forgotten pickup line.
That's
Oh my god.
yeah.
They went to get some milk and forgot to come back. Oh.
I'm gonna go take the first watch. I feel uncomfortable.
That's fair enough. I'm gonna have Ook set up outside the door.
Okay.
Because he doesn't need to sleep and he's got dark vision, passive perception better than mine. Just to wake us up if there's anything we need to kill. All right. Does anybody need anything before we go to sleep?
Nope. I'm just gonna roll over and pass out if you don't mind.
Nope. Just as long as you come back when you wake up.
Well, we'll see. And he kind of just slowly slides down and kind of puts his back to the party, so he's kind of staring at the wall, and he just kind of lies there.
Rin's just gonna stare at you for a second and then say to the others, "Do you think we should like tie a string around his wrist and then like tie it to one of ours? Let's make sure he doesn't wander off like a kid.
No.
Like from now
Have-
on, just as like a safety measure."
As
Have you learned your
entertaining
lesson,
as that
Dornan?
be.
He actually he doesn't respond. He just lies there. He kind of puts the blanket over his head just because kind of the light and everything, and out of sight of everyone, he actually just starts crying.
Oh.
He just starts. He's very silently breathing very heavily. Like his breath is very deep but slow, and he's doing everything he can not to just scream, crying as he's just weeping.
It's been a time. I think it'll be fine. Ren, you're under the table because you're small.
I'm on the
Go lay
table.
down.
I already
You're
claimed
already
it.
on.
Oh, you're
No.
on the table?
Yeah.
King Ren.
Damn.
Yep.
The rest
like
of
a
you pack into
huge
the
table,
small
too.
room. Yeah, it's
You
like
can fit like 4
three
people on
Rens.
there, but yeah.
3 Rens could fit on there. Somehow there's magically all these really fancy cushions and pillows, and everyone else sleeps beneath Ren on the stone cold floor.
Yes. Yes.
But all of you cramp into this tiny room like sardines, except for Egg and Ook, who were going to take the first watch. Eggval, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Sure.
Ook, go ahead and make me a perception check.
He is much better at that than I am.
Ooh, wow. That's a 21 total for me. I am not sitting down. I'm still using my walking stick, but I am purposely just walking, pacing back and forth, and walking around so I don't end up passing out.
I really hope this is important because he got a nat 20 for a total of 28.
All right.
Hey!
Wow.
Who has a high perception?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
he does.
Jeez.
Eggval, what did you roll again?
I rolled 21.
21. The sewers here are quiet, other than the scurry of a rat. The slow trickle of the shit and piss flows through the sewers here. One thing you do notice, Eggval, is Ook sitting next to the door, seems to be looking at his hand, sort of rotating it back and forth. And you can see it turn almost red hot, like the steel is heating. And you see him snap. It ignites with blue flame, and he ting 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 begins to pound it on the ground, and eventually just vanishes.
Kind of went over to Ook. Oh. How did you... Is that new?
Doesn't really even turn towards you to acknowledge you. He seems to be just looking at his hand, and
I'm just gonna like reach forward with both of I'll take off my gloves. I'll reach forward with both of my hands and just kind of like gingerly just sort of like grab his hand. I'm assuming he still feels hot.
it is very hot. Like you have to release it almost immediately.
Can you look toward me?
He just puts his hand back down in the sitting position and just stares straight ahead.
I'll wait till the morning. I'm just gonna shake my head and just go back to pacing back and forth, but I'm going to keep my eye on Ook for anything else interesting.
Okay. He stands rather stagnant for the rest of your watch. You seem to have caught a child, almost as if you caught the child with his hand in the cookie jar. Or like Andy catching the toys in Toy Story whenever they're actually moving. Kind of returns to his normal self whenever kind of pay attention.
And eventually I'll head back in if nothing else happens.
One thing does happen
Oh, sorry.
before your watch ends. Dornan, you wake up. And you're in darkness. It's hot, stuffy. Feel your body covered in sweat. You're sore. You smell like death itself. You are in a small, tight room. And you hear the sound of footsteps on wood. And you hear what seems like from a distance muffled voices in an argument. Two men. Your heart begins to beat extremely fast in your chest. That fear welling up inside of you once again. All you want to do is scream and call out for help. But you know no one's gonna come. You're bound. You try to move. Can't. Try to scream, but you're gagged. The last thing you see is the door open up and the bright white light shining into your eyes as you wake up in a cold sweat in the sewers of Erebar.
I'll immediately just kind of throw the blanket off me because suddenly I'm just not comfortable like that, and just kind of look around and just whoever's asleep and deep breath. Is Draco in here? Is he with me? Is my kitty with me?
Nope.
Mm. I'll
You hear a door behind you. Makes you jump and startle and freeze for a moment. And you hear and you peek over your shoulder and you see it's Eggval and Nuke walking back inside.
I won't say anything. I'll just light breath and just kind of settle back down, and I'll be kind of holding my pistol up against my chest as I just kind of start crying again.
Do I notice, I guess as I walk in, do I happen to notice him sort of like quickly like dart or look toward the door?
Perception check.
Probably not. Well, 12.
You do not.
Yeah.
Who do you wake up for your second watch?
No one really said anything.
When he comes in, I'll just be up and be like, "Oh, dibs on next watch. Dornan's been kicking me for the last 30 minutes." All right.
Okay, sure. All right. Maybe it's better I'm next to Dornan. I don't know. I'll just kind of, I guess, like, as we sort of like pass each other, I'll just sort of like put my hand on like your shoulder and stop you. I don't know if we'll still stay outside, but keep an eye on him. Something happened. Nothing bad. I'm
Oh,
gonna talk to Isaiah about it in the morning.
you mean the monkey, the giant mechanical monkey that has part of Cyric soul in him, did something weird? Okay, I'll keep an eye on it.
He doesn't have any. Did we put that in it? I don't think he has any.
No, he doesn't have any anymore.
We could talk about that in the morning. I need to just. Good night.
Good night. Just kind of like tiptoe over everyone on the floor and make my way out.
Yeah, I'll cautiously make my way over to where Redrick was and just knock the fuck out.
Okay. Roger, give me a perception check, my friend, as you enter the rat-filled sewers here.
Yeah. Ooh, incredible. 12.
12. It's cold,
13. actually.
damp, and stinky down here. For some reason, Ook just gives off this cold vibe, too. Steel monkey in the sewers.
I'll just sit like across the way from him, just like squint my eyes and look at him. Then like look, I'll look away like I'm not looking at him for a second, then just like shoot my eyes back over to him. Just kind of watch him when he looks away and just be like, Sirik, see if he does anything.
You see if it does eventually, like, reach his hand up and, like, scratch his belly and put it back down.
Nice.
Playing the long con, huh? Alright. And I'll just keep an eye out for the rest of the night.
Okay. Your watch ends without any disturbances.
Alright.
Calder. None of you shall escape Evan tonight.
Oh Lord.
Wow.
You find yourself in an expansive abyss, we'll call it, dotted with light. Stars? You look around, and they're all around you. And your attention's drawn to some flashes way out in the distance. Bright flashes of white. You can tell the distance is pretty far away because later you hear a rumble. Explosions amongst the stars. And then you see something like a rip or a tear in space begin to form in a long, straight line. Like a crack in the stars itself. And as you look out, just the pure brightness that you see makes you close your eyes and you wake up.
Like the light coming from the tear?
Indeed. Tear in front of you gets larger and larger until it is just your body floating in space, consumed by what looks like the tear of pure white light.
I'll just kind of sit up and stretch a little bit. Mara. Insight would be appreciated.
Roll me an insight check.
That's terrible. Why? 12.
You feel oddly alone for the first time.
Oh. Oh.
Usually you get this feeling like she's there, but she's ignoring you.
Yeah.
But it just feels cold and empty.
My sword I would have had off and next to me. I pick it up and I try to cast light on the hilt.
For a brief moment, first thing, whenever you pick up the sword, you do not see a star in the globe on the hilt.
Ugh. Ugh.
And you cast it and you try it again. The third time, poof, a light appears.
I'm gonna stand up and walk out of the room.
You see Redrick
As you open
trying
the
to
door,
punk out.
As you open the door, I'm coming back towards you with like you just see like that same tear for a second in the space and time, and then it's just me with a hooded lantern, just like a little
Stop.
slit there, just like oh god.
Perfect.
Are you still hurt, Red?
I barely took damage last fight.
I remember that.
I'll remember that.
Hey, you pulled Eggval out of the fire, okay? I'll never forget that.
Exactly.
You were the hero.
I need a hero.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Continue.
Stop. As Red is badgering me, and I'm gonna cast command, or try to.
Roll me. It's a wisdom save, or what is it?
It's a wisdom saving
Wisdom
throw.
save. Go ahead and roll me.
Me?
Wisdom save. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, ook. The other person in the sewer that stands behind you.
17.
Failure.
That's-
But you felt the
What?
pulse. Well, I mean, like
The-
for Calder.
Okay.
Calder.
But the spell seemed to work as intended. He
Indeed.
just didn't. He succeeded.
Just like shake it off, like what the fuck? What? What was that? Everything all right?
No. No. I don't. Maybe. Could be. Probably not.
What's going on?
I hold up the sword to him.
No star.
Get a closer look at it. I mean,
Dad,
what does that even mean?
I don't know. But I also I was in the sky, maybe like the night sky. I saw stars, and then I saw a tear, like something like the space around me was being ripped open, and just white light. And then I woke up, and I can't feel the Star Queen anymore. The star is gone. And it seems to be working now, but initially when I tried to cast something, it didn't.
Did it look anything like the tears we've seen in the ground after Korgas disappeared? There was like a crazy universe.
You
like,
can make
tear in the ground.
similarities to it, for sure. But it was definitely much larger.
But like the look of it, I guess, like the shape of it, was it?
Sure.
Or like, I imagine it's like a crack
Here's the thing,
in
though.
reality, like where it's
Yes.
leading.
Here's the
was like a
difference
white
between the
realm.
ones that you saw.
Okay.
You could assume that. Right. The ones that you had seen after defeating the nightmare, specifically. You remember Isaiah? Was it Isaiah that he took and showed the stars to? You could see the stars. You could see something. This was just pure light. So that's the only real difference, other than its size.
Well, I guess we never saw it then. Some more along the lines of Isaiah said it was some kind of star crack in reality. Do you
Yeah,
think that was
no.
Korgoth arriving in where the Star Queen is? Couldn't be, right?
I don't know.
I mean, she's a god, right? Or something close to that.
She's a yeah.
Think he could get there? Wherever they are?
What did Titivulus say about the convergence? About the gods specifically? They were dying or going to die or be
I essentially just boiled down to the god's time is over. That's what I got from it.
what if what I was seeing, they call her the Star Queen, right?
Right.
So what if what I was in or seeing was her realm amongst the stars,
Checks out.
and I was seeing it being torn?
I mean, with everything we know, that can't deny it. It's a possibility, right? But the star disappearing, powers faltering. You didn't hear anything from her, right?
No. I tried to reach out when I woke up, and usually I can at least kind of feel like a tether
Right.
almost to her, even when she doesn't, communicate directly, but nothing.
Think they're killing gods.
Maybe.
Cyric
Or
killed.
Locking them out.
Right, Cyric killed. I want to say Mistra before, and now
Yeah, to
maybe
start the
they're-
first spell play.
right, and we know they want to start another one probably. Think they're doing it again.
Maybe the spell plague is a byproduct. Maybe the whole time it's been to kill the other gods. Spell plague's just a happy accident that comes along with it.
Shit. Maybe they don't want to bring Cyric back at all. Just need his soul pieces to do it.
Maybe.
But why though? Just for chaos?
Killing the other gods?
Yeah.
Or
That's the
if they,
end game.
I mean, maybe they're doing that. Maybe they're just locking them out somehow. I mean,
You can still, you still have gift, right? So we know they're not gone yet. Maybe just distant or something. I don't fucking know. This is not my area of expertise. Should we wake someone else up, or are we? Is it urgent?
yeah, I mean, it feels pretty fucking urgent.
Yeah.
But it's not like there's anything we can do about it immediately either. Or maybe at all.
I mean,
Ah,
the only other thing I'm thinking, if that is her realm or whatever, we have the ability to jump planes at the moment.
probably not there though,
Why not?
unless I'm somehow attuned
Hmm.
by virtue of my connection to her. But I mean, going there seems like a bad plan. If that's what's going on.
Well, if saving the gods is our goal, I mean, we gotta save them somehow. If we think they're in trouble.
I guess. But if someone's there with the capability of killing a god, I mean, we're fucked if we go, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. You gotta at least pop in, see what's going on, and then pop out.
Pop in. Hey, Tamara.
We got another.
Couldn't-
We got 2 scrolls.
Couldn't hear you back there. You doing okay?
You left me on red for a while.
Just impaled
Don't
on
worry.
like Korgos's blade.
Yeah, we also only have 1 scroll at this
Oh.
point.
Right.
Used 1 to get Dornan.
One trip.
One-way ticket.
Okay. No, I mean, we'll let everyone sleep. We'll add this to the list of shit we gotta figure out in the morning.
Right.
I don't know how to, I kind of just got used to the whole, God thing, and now she might be dead. I don't know. That's weird. What do I do? What is...
People die, man. I don't know. That's why I work
People,
alone
yeah,
for-
people
well,
die.
Okay.
Redrick, she's a fucking goddess.
Listen,
That's a whole other ballpark. Well, I don't...
up until I met you all, I wasn't relying on anyone or anything. It's the way to go. Easy.
What? Listen,
God or otherwise.
that's fine. Okay. You've been a big help.
No worries. anytime. No,
Why
but
don't you
this
go
is
get some
this
fucking
is
sleep?
concerning. Okay.
It's very fucking
Okay.
concerning. Go to bed. I'll take third watch.
Watch out for Rook. He's been acting weird.
Okay. Well, I'm sure.
Night.
I'm the person to be. Yep. Yep.
And I just closed the door.
Everyone wakes up and Ook is in shambles.
I just murdered him.
This fucking thing.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay. 10.
Cold and quiet.
Aside from keeping general watch, I'm going to also almost the entire time, like crisscross applesauce sword across my knees, like staring at the hilt and trying to feel for that connection.
Cold and quiet. Till you hear your party begin to rustle awake in the morning. And that is where
Long
we're going
rest?
to take our break. Long rest!
Long rest?
Oh.
Yay! I can move.
God,
All right.
For
everybody.
now.
Jesus, needed that rest real bad.
Right. All right, everyone. We'll catch you back here after the break. 10-15 minutes. See you in here.
Bye, love you!
All right.
Bye.
And we're back.
Hello.
Hey,
God is
Fuck
dead,
that.
everybody
I
give up
can
hope.
move.
Yeah.
I can move.
only one of them
Which one?
so far that we know of. Maybe
Well, at least one,
unconfirmed.
maybe. Well, yes, unconfirmed. She might be alive.
They're all dead.
One of them came back, so we'll be fine eventually.
Yeah, just a couple 100 years, you know.
They just
Did she
they
come
don't
back?
die. They just take
Yeah.
mandatory
Mistra?
naps. Yeah.
She's back.
That's sick.
Nice.
Sick, bro.
We are in a weird place tonight.
I've got a lot going on.
Yeah.
He's drunk on bagels. Leave him alone.
It's the only happiness he can have.
Drunk on bagels.
Calder, you hear your party stir after spending your entire watch staring at your
Okay.
sword
I gotta zen
And
out.
eating bagels.
in hopes to get in contact with your star queen, Tamara.
Okay,
I think
Everyone, you
I'm
wake
just
up.
God.
I'll still be sitting out there, kind of waiting, I guess.
Ugh. I feel a little better. I think.
Good. I think you look a little
Believe.
better.
I can move a bit more. I'm just really stiff.
So Calder's god might have died last night.
What?
You guys see me through the door, sitting crisscross applesauce. After Redrick says that, my head just drops.
Wait a second. Back that up, please.
Wait,
Just talk to him about it. He has more
Story
details. He has more details. We'll explain more later. He had a vision.
Okay.
There was some kind of space thing.
I get up.
So,
I put my sword on the table, and I point to the hilt. Star's gone.
that's... Sorry.
It's
not
just
great.
gone. Like gone. Like Rin's gonna like
Gone?
look at it. Are there any like scratches or anything that would indicate like somebody like taking off the decoration? She just wants to make sure it's like smooth.
You think somebody
Investigation check.
opened up the hilt and stole
I
a
don't know.
star?
Makes
Wow,
more
gotcha.
sense than the
Fucking
star
sword?
just disappearing. It's the 28. I'm just
28. There are no
investigating the hilt.
scratches on the orb.
Um,
Nothing that indicates that it was opened up and
It's
It's normal
stars.
wear and tear. It's
let
you.
me take a look. I'll see if something deeper has happened.
Yeah, well, there's more I mean, go by all means. Here, I slide it over. More context.
Excuse me.
We, a number of us have had dreams that have been important, or meaningful, or messages in some fashion. Yes. Last night I was in the night sky. I think, maybe, but I was surrounded by stars and in darkness, and I saw what looked like maybe explosions far away. And I heard the sounds from it. It must have been very far because I heard the sounds much later than I saw it. And then it looked like the sky was getting torn open. It was similar to how Korgas left. He in the Nightmare's lair, he like ripped an opening in the air and stepped through. But instead of seeing stars like I did where I was, or like we saw through Korgas's tear, it was just blinding light. And it got bigger, and till that was pretty much all I saw, and then I woke up. Further, I tried to reach out, and normally even when she doesn't talk to me, I can at least feel some kind of connection, a tether, if you will, and that's gone.
You're muted, Liam.
Just gone. Like, what about your powers? Your magic, your wings, is all that still there? Or?
Well, the wings I haven't tried. The magic started on the fritz. The first couple times I tried to do something, it didn't work. And then eventually it kind of fakily came in. Since then it seems to be working. I touched the hilt as Isaiah's fucking with it and cast light again. Does it work?
Fuck. Or somebody, please. Pick that. Ow.
It works, Evan.
Not the first time.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck! How many times? How many times do I have to try?
How many times do you try?
Oh
You
god.
continue to try?
I'll tap. Oh fuck. Fourth try? Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, other magic users. Other magic users. Other.
I
See, this is fucking
light.
concerning.
I can slide on my pistol. Uh-oh.
Wasn't
So I think
he said, "Uh-oh."
Right over my
it's
head.
good for
I'm
me.
gonna choke on my bagel.
um
Works for me, but my magic comes from a different place.
wait.
I'll compress
Uh-huh.
digitations and it works.
Wait. Dorn and Bren, doesn't this sound kind of like? Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. All right. So what did he say? He said that the gods were scrambling. And the gates were broken. That's what. Okay. So you can still do magic. Like it's still there. So if the gates are
Sometimes.
broken, like. Okay, but let's assume that everything that they say is literal. So they're like actually attacking the gods, right? Like they're actual gates that they have broken, and now there's an attack on the gods. So what would the gods be doing? Defending. So maybe she's not dead. Maybe she's just like defending, but shit's like really popping off wherever those people are.
Yeah, and
light
every
could
time
have
you try to
been
cast a
her-
spell, you take a little bit of her magic and distract her from the fight.
Yeah. The
That's terrible.
could've
I
been-
can't do anything. I have to
The
stop.
The tear
Alright,
could have been
alright,
them
alright.
I'm
receding
just fucking-
to a different area. It's a place of safety. So the tear might have just been them buggering out from that realm into another so they can hold up.
Didn't, if I remember correctly, that sounded kind of like. Didn't you see a similar thing with the under the Seder?
Oh,
Wherever Mista went.
well, it wasn't just like nothing, but it was a tear just into somewhere different.
Yeah.
But wasn't it
Place.
all light and blinding and something?
No, well, it was at
No?
first, but we could see, like our eyes adjusted, and I
Right,
mean,
it's
I'm
like
never
a
gonna
beautiful
forget that.
landscape.
Yeah, I definitely saw it. Wait,
Wait.
the spell plague? Yeah, no, sorry.
Wait.
Waiting.
Wait.
This
Wait.
shut up. The spell plague, it wasn't the original thing, right? Like there was some.
Well, no. The
You
spell
guys-
plague was a consequence of
No, no,
Mista.
Yeah, the spell plague was a consequence of Mistra dying, but it was like a happy accident because there was already something else happening. Remember? The Zon were fighting.
Right.
The Zon. You guys heard what he called
Mission's on.
Cameron. He said that's Zonthian blood. And you saw Cameron get all fucking squirrely when I asked about like the bronze skin and the blue eyes. All those people are the Rushian Zon elf.
Oh,
Question.
Is Cam an elf?
Descendants of that
It-
bloodline, maybe. But question.
Does he have ears?
I mean, he has ears.
Does he have tips? Like elongated
No
ears?
No.
Okay.
What about the red-haired individual that is probably Ren's dad that we saw
Yeah.
when we were
What about him?
escaping? Did he have
I
tan
mean-
skin and blue eyes?
No.
Hmm.
My dad doesn't have. Does my dad look like that?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
there does Cade, if I remember correctly.
He does not.
No, but Cam
But I don't
said
trust
Cade
that.
showed up with others
Yes.
to where he came from. So Cam could be. Is he just hiding it?
So there. All right. So there was a Abad told us, and like, okay, take this with a grain of salt because it came from Abad, but he told us that there was a rogue wizard that was corrupted by the other planes because remember, everybody had a black Stargate back in the day. Like they all just something came through. Bethula got corrupted. Shit popped off. The elves got blamed, and then now we know that they're not in their home here. Cade helped with something. There's fucking demons. I think we need more information from the McCoys.
Well, for starters, Cam said he's not actually related to them. Is that correct?
He said that she's not really like a mother, but more like a grandmother type deal, something. Or like, yeah, not blood relations, but they certainly look a lot alike. If they're not family.
you think maybe those
Those
everyone we're talking about, people with Zonthian blood, dark skin, blue eyes, first generation spell scarred or something? They were at the heart of like the spell plague.
No, I think the first generation spell scarred are like Cade and Ren's father,
the
who
Zon were
found
around
a
before
way
the spell
to
plague.
where the Xanthians were. Because I believe that happened before.
The Xanthians were originally in Elbiter, though. They escaped Elbiter into the other place, and that was before the spell plague.
Because there was a whole bunch of shit coming out of the gates and corrupting the lands.
So that's either what Cade was helping with, or what Cade was potentially involved in. I feel like, okay, Cameron doesn't remember, but those other two women, they're obviously involved. Maybe they do.
I think Cam's been alive for a long, long time. He just doesn't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, he
Was he-
has.
He treated 5 years like it was nothing in that prison cell.
10, yeah.
10.
Mm.
And he remembers when Cade found the other.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, could give us more information, but probably won't. Cade.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Ah,
might be
fuck.
lucky, and you might hear from him today.
We'll have to
Yeah.
find him at some point then.
I just don't know if I trust anything he says. He hasn't given us a lot of reason to.
Well,
Speaking of untrustworthy sources of information, it might be worthwhile to talk to my dad.
well, speaking of talking to people, Egg, can you reach out to Redrick's family?
Holy shit, how did I forget about that? Yes.
Holy shit.
First thing in the morning, we discuss this.
So I wanted to ask, actually, I apologize for my absence. I've just been having a lot of, I've been having such terrible technical issues for whatever reason. I'm using my brother's mouse, and for some reason it doesn't even work. So I just wanted to ask, for the maximum hit points that I was reduced, does that get healed back, or is that still down to what it is?
It's
That should
healed.
go away on a long rest.
So my max hit points is back to what it is.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, sure, I can. Eggball just seems like he has a lot of it seems like he hasn't really been very much present. He has a lot of it on his mind at the moment. Who am I reaching out to again? I'm sorry. Weird dreams. I know a lot of people have been having weird dreams, but yeah. Who am I talking to? Who am I contacting?
Yeah, Elena, again, you talked to her before.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
update on the situation. If they made it to where they're going, if they know where they're going. Along those lines.
If they knew who they're
anyone's
with.
threatened them recently because we've recently been discovered.
We gotta get the fuck out of this city.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Kind of wanted to do that since we got here. So either if they made it to where they're going, or know where they're going, if anyone's threatened them.
Is everyone safe? I don't know. Whatever you can
Okay.
squeeze in there.
Mm-hmm. Everyone. I will cast Sending to Elena. This is Redrick's friend. Update. Have you made it to where you're going?
you know where you're going. Anyone threaten you at any point are safe. That's 25 words.
Gordon looks like he's ready to
Ready
fight.
to count. I'm ready to count. Count my face. Count these number of punches.
Give me one moment.
Dude.
It's a lot.
We arrived yesterday to a city of slaves.
Fuck.
We haven't left the boat, but there has been talks of meeting or
Words.
freeing. I'm not sure. The Breaker of Chain. You can finish it. The Breaker of Chains.
Of
I will
meeting?
relay. Yeah, so whatever she happens to say, I will say out to the group as it comes in.
What was that last line, Evan?
Meeting or freeing the Breaker of Chains.
Meeting or freeing the breaker of chains.
The Breaker of Chains. They're meeting or freeing the Breaker of Chains.
Does
There's been word of it.
Ring any bells?
the breaker
Yeah,
of chains
Calder.
mean anything?
Calder,
to us?
do you? Yeah, does that sound familiar to you? Ever heard of anything or anyone like that?
History check.
Oh, that's gonna be so bad for me. I'm gonna guidance
May I
myself.
make this as well?
You get you feel a warmth in
You
your
can.
pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, every check I get asked to make is like I have no modifier.
So I like to hear.
Ha! Oh, dirty 20.
Ooh.
I got a 14.
So you, Gordon, you have no idea.
Didn't think so.
Frederick, you're just thinking about breaking chains. You know? Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah, badass. Calder, the only thing that kind of strikes your mind is that at your time in Nimpeth, you heard rumors of someone or someones causing a ruckus within the system. Slaves were going missing. Whether it was theft or poor authority, you're not sure. But it was always slaves that would go missing. And within, I'm going to call them a community, but the community of slaves, people believed there was a savior or someone that was setting people free.
It sounds like the kind of thing I would have looked into as part of my job. It's just like I never got anywhere with it.
Correct.
Okay.
It was so sporadic. It wasn't like a movement or anything within the city, but you heard rumors of things like this happening every once in a while. When a slave would escape, people would say it was, you know, a ghost or the breaker of chains. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's obviously Nimpeth, right?
Yeah.
And
Look.
I don't know who this breaker of chains is, but if they can break a chain, pretty strong.
It's
Hell
a
yeah.
fucking metaphor, man.
That makes a lot more sense.
To be fair, you also just have to apply force in the right way. You don't
Then
have to
they're
have much of
smart.
it.
Oh, here we
They're
go.
smart.
We can't do this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Chains
so-
stronger than Thorn?
They are. Sorry. Are we still talking about breaking chains? We gotta stop. So they are in Nimpeth. That sucks. On the bright side, if they're gonna meet someone called the Breaker of Chains, although they said free potentially,
Yeah.
maybe he
meet
got
or
caught.
free.
He or she or they got caught. when I was there, I mean, it's something I looked into. It was a rumor, kind of a hopeful whispering among enslaved peoples. Nobody, I never found anything concrete when it was my job. Maybe someone else did.
And hey, they didn't mention anything about being threatened or captured or anything.
What I had said was word through word what she had said to me.
Well, I mean, these Five Blades probably don't directly have them. Maybe watching them,
That's
but
good, I guess.
Oh god. Unless the
But-
Five Blades are the breaker, and they've just been stealing property to sell somewhere else.
Well, thank you for that lovely thought.
I'm going to assume not on that, just for
Probably
comfort.
not.
Yeah. But
Oh.
Need some hope.
Speaking of hope, by now I've probably finished the ritual identify on the sword.
Still
What does it
magical.
read?
Contains its magical property.
As far as I can tell, it's the same as it always was.
Yeah, other than the star.
That might be a you thing more than the sword. Unfortunately.
That's my point, though, is that I think it's a Tamara thing.
well, I don't know how your stuff works. I mean, I'm not even sure how my stuff works. But like, can you still do some of the stuff that you do with Tamara? You know what I
Not
mean?
reliably. Not
Wasn't-
reliably.
I'm sorry. But what is it? I wasn't paying attention. Did you already try like doing that, or
Yeah,
oh, okay.
it took like 4 tries to get the light spell to work.
Lord. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lord.
Crap.
That's right. Or a lack of one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Salt palm wound. Apologies.
Okay. So if they're in Nimpeth, then I guess that plane is back on. Yes. Because that's a whole rest of rattlesnakes that they don't want to be in.
yeah. And we know the blades are onto us now.
Yeah.
Right.
There's really no. I mean, I see no reason to stay. Unless we want to threaten Poe out of threatening them. But
Oh, that sounds fun. Let's threaten Poe. Yeah, let's poke that bear.
yeah, right.
We have enough bears to deal with.
Yeah. Okay. So if we're going to Nimpeth. Fuck. Dornan still needs time to recover.
Oh,
It'll take a
Actually-
couple of days at least to get there.
well,
Well,
okay. So we
maybe.
can actually. I was about to say we can expedite that, or I can try to. So I want to try something, if that's okay. Kind of looking more now toward Dornan.
Yeah, anything,
Um,
please.
The thing is, though, I'm gonna need something kind of expensive for me to be able to do this. So do we have one of those? One of the diamond skulls? And if so, can we somehow try to break it, or find someone who can break it?
I mean, I've got the tools to cut gems.
Because I
Set
need
'em.
because I need a good enough sized. I need something of kind of sort of equivalent value to be able to do this. Outside a game, I need a diamond of at least 100 gold worth value that will be consumed of a diamond. And I know that we have I think either 1 or 2 skulls made of diamond that's worth of a lot more. But I would prefer I'd prefer myself not to be able to use that and just there goes almost 1,000 gold worth of a diamond skull just for a spell.
Yeah,
Right,
there goes our
yeah.
Revivify.
There goes like
Yeah.
6 casts of Revivify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We could definitely try that.
Because I can only do it once per day, but if we can maybe speed up the process, then at least we can get Dornan maybe not back on his feet, but at least faster. Because I know we're already in a time crunch with going on with Poe and Dornan, let alone what's going on with Cedric and the family.
Well, I mean, if we're going to Nimpath, there's no more time crunch with Poe.
Now it's just them finding us and killing all of you and taking me hostage.
It'll be
No,
But if
weaker
we're
than
on
much
this-
death.
If
It'd
we
be
somehow
much
find a
worse.
way, but if we somehow find a way to get on the sea, it'd be harder for them to be able to get us if we happen to get far enough away when the date comes.
Potentially.
Potentially.
If we can make it to Nimpeth, also, presumably they'll be weaker there. I hadn't really almost ever heard of the Five Blades up until leaving. So I don't think they have too strong a presence there. Certainly not like they do here, where they're running the fucking place.
I'm sorry to bring up this question, but do you think your old he who shall not be named or whatever you said
He who was.
would, apologies, he who was, would work with the Five Blades?
Possibly. He made a lot of alliances with a lot of people.
I mean, I'd be more
My
worried about him
counterpart-
just killing us.
I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing, I don't know.
Mhm.
We didn't have a conversation when I left, and I haven't spoken to him since.
Mhm.
Or Ava, my counterpart for that matter. I have no idea what their designs on me, if any, are. It might be
now what-
nothing. I might be a fucking footnote that they don't care about.
Well, because
I
if
have no idea.
Because if he who was is as much of he who was of an asshole that he was, then maybe Five Blades might have more of a foothold if he who was has more of a hold than. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yes,
I don't mean to make things feel worse, but
that's a fair point. I don't know.
yeah, okay.
I'm not
Well-
sure who he's got ties with and what he would be willing to give them, or maybe I can, if it comes to it, maybe I can use that connection somehow to create some wiggle room so that they don't take Dornan and give him over to them.
Well, I mean,
I
and
don't know.
if you were one of the people, if you were one of sort of his like super close people, I guess right hand people, that might help once we get there. Because I mean, because maybe if they see it, be like, oh, it's colder, I gotta stay away, dangerous
Maybe.
or something. I don't know.
Depends who
Maybe.
what the feeling is about me
Mhm.
from him and what information has been disseminated to his
Mhm,
general people, the people
Yeah.
in general service to him.
I don't know if you said this. Was he like super well known? Did like everyone know him? Only like people underground type of thing, or like not really known, of like whispers type of. What was the
He's-
vibe?
The people who work for him know him. The general
sense.
populace, evident to some degree.
Yeah, I mean they
Yeah.
hear and fear the name.
Okay, so yes. It's a mixed bag, right? People know who he is. People are scared of him, but he's kind of like the boogeyman. The Lord, in Nimpeth, is technically above him, but he's the one pulling all the strings. So the Lord's there as kind of a figurehead or a face while he's running shit.
Okay. Sorry to ask a lot of questions. I'm just trying to get a better idea of what kind of like. It might sound kind of weird to say what kind of like dragon we're going up against.
Yeah, what kind of
Okay.
shit show are we walking into?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that
Um,
probably works better. Yeah,
Is
I couldn't tell you.
but it's okay. I mean, info is info.
is
On the
Yeah.
bright
he
side.
who was a big fan of the slave business there?
Oh hell yes.
Okay,
I mean,
so
The city's
if that
whole
was-
economy is built on it.
right.
if that's what the city's known for, makes
Or,
sense.
at least for now, they're on a boat, so not directly in the city. If we could convince our friend to take us there, maybe we could get to the boat and manage to avoid quite a bit of that mess.
Maybe.
So
Are you talking about Cade?
Yeah.
oh,
Possibility.
okay. Well,
I was
gonna
thinking.
say- go ahead.
I was gonna say I hadn't thought about Cade. I don't know if he will. I was gonna say as a second possible option, maybe the old eyeball trick to get us somewhere else, and then the scroll we have to get us to Nimpeth from the somewhere else.
That's a lot riskier, if I remember correctly.
I mean, if the scroll doesn't work, it doesn't work.
That also took
I-
what's it called? Cameron
One of the
a few
scrolls.
days to get ready last time, so
Well,
But-
he needed the time to get ready for him to take our souls for us to go to a place where we couldn't have souls, but we didn't need to do that, which is why we were able to do it the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isaiah
day
did
of.
mention this though. It did consume one of your scrolls of plane shift to
Oh.
get there.
Yes,
yes,
it
enough.
did. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but at least if I guess now, if I remember correctly, DM it took one scroll for us to get there and get back.
No,
No, just one.
Mm-mm.
Or
One. For
well, yeah.
the-
So it so
One
it took
overall.
one
It was
for
a
us to
two-way
get there
ticket.
and
Yeah.
get back.
But it was a
okay.
two-way ticket back to where we came from.
Correct. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Because you guys
Um,
consumed the liquid that was
huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
made with the scroll and a couple other pieces.
I've actually. Oh,
some toenails,
Toenails.
sewer water.
I,
I've got an idea how we could get around
Reggie.
that tomorrow, if we need to.
Get
Well,
around what? Which part?
Maybe.
well, I
I
mean,
remember how to make.
the one person we know can get us to point A to point B fairly quickly is Caden. So if he's willing to actually come here, talk to us, and help us, he could actually probably get us to where we need to go fairly quickly.
If he's willing.
If he's willing.
Now,
Is it
And
So-
available and alive.
If okay, so if he happens to not be willing, would there be something for us to be able to convince him to bring us there, like a reason or a purpose that would fit his own?
Cameron might be willing to, or he could maybe convince him they're supposed to be friends.
I mean, if we want to, we could convince Cade that we're going to steal a boat that would help us get to the Corsair.
But on
Right.
that front, he would just teleport us to the Corsair,
Yeah.
right?
Good. Maybe.
if he can.
Yeah, I mean, he got us close to Erebar, right?
I mean, there's also the fact that he just lies straight
Or
to our
older,
faces.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we could kind of just lie to him.
We could try.
Yeah.
I'd like to think though that pot calling the kettle black would be able to tell. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
Maybe.
a bullshit can spot a bullshitter.
Not necessarily. Calder's really
Depends
great
on
at
how good.
bullshitting, but he's not great at spotting it.
Accurate.
Well,
Hurtful, but
great
accurate.
at it. is-
His performance
I
last
am-
night tells you all about this.
All right. Last night, I was fucking around. Last night.
Was Vulcan
Um,
involved? I'm sorry.
different kind.
That was low
um,
blow.
No Velkin sex jokes when Velkin's not here.
All right.
Oh,
So, Jesus Christ, whoever that is. Step. We got a lot to
I think
consider here.
Chorus already got him.
Thanks.
Tamara.
What are you doing?
One,
Herding cats.
Star Queen might be dead, or might be running, or on the ropes, or hiding, or locked behind something, whatever. There's an issue. My shit's on the fritz. That's terrifying. I don't know what to do about that, though, if I'm being honest. And I doubt any of you do either.
Question
Two.
for Cade.
Oh.
Won't get the right
Hate that
answer,
son of a
but
bitch.
it's something to ask him.
Yeah, sure. 2. Your family's an empath, so that's where we're going, whether we like it or not. Unfortunately, that doesn't cross over with our other goals. There's no soul pieces there. So convincing Cade to take us there is iffy. 3, can't really trust Cade. And that brings me to this other question. We have a big piece of Cyric's soul. Theoretically, they can't complete it without all of them, yes?
I brought that up before,
Theoretically.
and everyone told me we don't know that, so I
Yeah.
will repeat it back. We don't
Yeah.
know that.
We don't.
Well,
We
so
don't know
I
that,
think
and we've got it in a bag. Last time he just pulled it out of Ook like it was nothing.
So
well,
I think
Ook's not a magical entry to another plane. The bag is like a
Do
whole
we know
other
that?
extra dimensional thing.
I actually
but-
have.
The point is, if we got the one, if they can't finish without all of them, presumably they need his whole soul to put them back together. I hope.
So
Couldn't we
that's
just
what I.
take the one and run?
Well, so that's kind of. I don't know about the run, but that's kind of what I wanted to say. At least we have some information about that we didn't know. So we knew that Dornan's whole soul wasn't taken. And when we searched for the stones with his soul, it was an incomplete one, if I remember correctly. Which
Yeah.
means that for you to get back the entirety of the soul, you need all of the pieces together to get the whole thing. So as long
Right.
as there's at least one piece missing, not the entire thing, not the entire soul could at least be, one.
Right, but
Echo
maybe there
was
could
able
still
to
be some
do a
version of him.
lot.
Because
Yes.
there was still
It
some
could be
version
a-
of Door.
It could be some version, but it could maybe be a weaker version. Because we have a pretty big piece.
Hopefully.
We don't know how big the entire piece is, but it's a pretty sizable piece.
Much bigger
So
than
if
the other ones
anything-
we had.
Exactly. So if anything, if we just keep that to, if for whatever reason we happen to keep that to ourselves, if they get the rest of them together and think, oh, maybe this is it, then he won't be as strong. But
I think
the more
Maybe if he's not-
pieces we have, the better. Can't hurt to have
Sure.
more soul pieces on
Yeah.
us and not with them.
Sure.
But
and
also,
I think we need to consult more people who know what's going on. Sorry, go ahead.
right. But also, without this, I don't have it, but without the piece we have, they're already doing whatever's happening to tomorrow. Like, we know that's
Yes.
happening, and we know this piece is here. So, we're maybe
Nightmare said that-
making it harder for them, but we're not stopping them just by holding on to this.
Yeah.
Real quick, let's double check that.
What are we double checking?
how so? How?
That the piece didn't get taken when we weren't looking.
When you were what?
Oh.
He's
When we
jumping-
weren't looking, like just in
Or
general.
just make sure that we still have that.
He's
big
jumping
piece.
between dimensions. It is a little dimensional bag.
But they're able to make portals, it seems like either randomly or whatever. Because we've ran
Right,
into
so-
multiple portals.
Let's just lay eyes on it real quick.
Sure.
Yeah.
Falcon has the bag holding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Produce it.
Produce
Pulls it out.
piece.
The blue
Okay.
rugged gem.
Oh,
It's like
okay,
broken.
good. Very good.
Oh.
Okay.
Huh. No, we have to go to.
So I
I'm
think we need
just
to talk
wondering
to
if
people.
Cade knows if there's a piece near the.
Yeah. Who know what's going on. I think we need to talk to the McCoys, potentially Cade, and I do want to talk to my dad. And I was thinking about Logan, and I remember he had said that my dad was trying, there was an enemy among us. And
Oh, no.
Why is this
Can you hear me?
Second.
Last
Your
Yeah.
eyes started cutting out
Yeah.
again.
Did you guys get the gist?
No.
Well,
You're just-
Logan
So-
said there
Leave
was
the
an
call and
enemy
come
among
back.
us.
Yeah, exit Discord and come back.
Okay.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Did you get the gist? No. no. Not
He's
at
like,
all.
my dad said.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan
Okay.
said.
Logan said.
Take two. All right. So, McCoy's, Cade, my dad. I was thinking about Logan, and Logan had said, when we saw him on the bridge, he said that there was an enemy walking among us that my dad was trying to stop. The only negative things, I've been thinking about it, the only negative things I've heard about my dad have come from Cade and the Zahn. But if Logan still trusts my dad, maybe he might know more about what's going on.
Okay.
Can I just bring up one side thing about Cade? For whatever reason, so if it seems like our last option for us to happen to get to Nimpath, sorry. Again, common's weird. Is to ask Cade for help, but if he doesn't want to give us help, I don't feel comfortable with this. But do we feel like it's an option of saying, hey, we did get piece of Siric's soul, or the gem. If you bring us to Nimpath, this will further help us with our goals. We will then give you the piece in return.
He didn't
As like a
want it.
last resource option. He doesn't want them at all.
He told us to get them and do whatever we can with them.
Okay, all right.
Did he?
Yes.
Isn't he going
Okay.
after one in Ormcar
Yeah.
right now?
Yes.
He just wants to know where they all are, essentially.
Yeah, maybe he
And make sure
wants
they're
to
out
keep
of.
them split up. too.
Yeah.
Smart. If he is on our side,
Okay, so then that wouldn't work as like a,
bargaining chip.
you help us. Yeah, exactly. You help us and then we give you this in return.
As far as we know,
Yeah.
no.
I'm just trying to think of what would be, like possibly the most like help us get there so we can help out your family record. This situation's tough.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the shit show.
That
What-
sounds
Well,
like
I-
about the entire past month.
Right.
I say we try to break up that little skull so I'm a little more useful and won't get you guys killed, and then we go check on Cam to see if he's had any luck.
I like that plan.
Do we have anything
Okay.
we can offer Cade while we're on that line of thought?
That's what I'm trying to think of.
What does he want?
We've already been
Ours.
helping him. Maybe that's enough leverage. I don't know.
Sure.
As far as
Well,
we
I
know,
mean-
he wants
Journal.
what we want to stop these people.
Right.
Well,
The
I
stuff
mean,
that we found underneath the Seder would definitely be interesting to him, but I don't know if we
And-
want to share it.
even then, maybe it could just be more of this. Might just be more me being hopeful. The fact that we already were able to get one piece could be enough for him to feel like, okay, if I help them, they're already helping the overall. So I help
Maybe.
them with this, and then they'll be able to continue getting other pieces. Because if we got one, I'd like to think we can get another one. And I can't find any wood. Well, actually, I'll pull out my walking stick and kind of knock on it, and like knock on wood, because that sounds really like bad.
I mean, to be fair, the first one we got, we lost almost immediately.
Mm.
Or
We haven't
first
lost
two,
this one, though.
Actually.
We,
Oh, we
haven't
didn't know what
lost
it
this one
was initially, so we've been a little more careful with this one.
Yeah, we gave it to him at a late.
Let's not
Yeah.
rehash this.
Whoops.
Egg fix me. Egg fix
Oh, I
Okay,
mean, he used
so-
it great, and we didn't have them.
We're
No, we
fixing up
did. We
Dornan,
just-
and then let's go check on Cam to see if this Cade conversation even matters.
Right.
Also, how do you want to talk to your dad?
I was thinking we've got like a bunch of papers and stuff from the office, what we were able to save. I was gonna look through the ledgers and see if there was like any sort of schedule or like places that he normally goes, and then try to like stake it out and then make a connection with him and talk from afar at first, at least.
Deliver mage hunting tools here.
Exactly.
Can I bring up two more sort of random things
Love
real
it.
quick? So number one, I know for kind of like, I know we told Cameron about what was in the box that we found, and there was the crown that had the little blue gem that was in it that we're assuming is a soul gem, and he really wanted it, but we didn't want to give it to him. Did we ever give that to him? Since he
Yeah.
helped us out. We did. Okay.
I gave it to him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. The other thing, slightly relating because of the whole weird soul gem thing. Isaiah,
Yeah.
Ook did something interesting last night when I was on watch with him.
Okay.
I happened to notice that, so normally he doesn't really do anything, but I happened to notice that one of his hands blew hot red, like someone casted heat metal. And then blue flame just sort of erupted from it. And he sort of freaked out about it and shook it and tried to like stamp it out on the ground, and it eventually went out. But his hand was still hot. And then nothing. He acted as if, or moreover, I tried to ask him what was up and there was no response. Has that ever happened before? Has he ever done that? Do you know if he can just do that?
He's got on Blue Flame quite a few times before, yes.
But it seemed like that he was confused or afraid of it from his reaction.
I mean, it sounds like he was doing something. Isaiah will turn over to Ook and put a hand on his shoulder and just be like, are you okay? Do you need anything?
Stares at you blankly.
The point
He'll
of me
reach down
bringing
and
it,
pull up. Sorry.
I'm sorry. The point of me bringing it up is that it didn't seem like it was purposeful, like it was something that had happened, but that wasn't supposed to happen, or he wasn't sure why it was happening.
I mean,
That's just what I was guessing from. So
that probably happened around the same time that Calder was having his vision of bad blue flame things happening.
I mean, to be fair, Egg said it happened on his, and then you took a watch and then called. Right. So,
Calder woke up. Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's just dreams don't last. That
Right.
Anyway, Isaiah will reach down and grab Ook's hand that Egg was talking about and look it over, feel it. Any
Cold.
differences?
Seems normal.
What? You know, if you got any special abilities, you should tell me so I know how to use them, right? Make us much better team. But if you need me, just let me know and we'll work it out together. And we'll let his hand go. It's maybe just exploring his capabilities.
okay. I just figured I'd just bring it up because I hadn't really seen him do it before. I didn't know if you knew, but I figured I'd just let you know. Because, you know,
Yeah, it's.
he's
I
your
mean,
Ook, so.
I appreciate that, but him exploding into blue fire is not exactly a new, especially he was covered in the stuff during the fight with the nightmare.
And he
Then he
kind
did
of
the
walked into a whole thing of blue fire, and yeah, so
I
interesting.
appreciate it.
Indeed. Yeah.
Question. Do you want
Answer.
to... Oh, sorry. Well, I mean, it kind of involves you, but I will...
Go ahead.
Sneaking around, hoping to get a glimpse of your father so you can establish connections potentially lengthy.
Potentially.
Do you want to just potentially reach out and try and set up a meeting somewhere? You don't have to actually go to it, as long as you can see it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can try that.
It's up to you,
It's
however
just-
you want to do it. But
I don't know. I'm just a little scrambled because, like, I was like, well, if I find my dad and he doesn't know that I'm coming, then that's like safer. But then I'm like, oh, why am I scared of my dad? But like, obviously, I know I'm scared of my dad. It's weird. We can try that.
I mean, even if that does work and you make the connection and it lasts for some time, you can have a conversation through the connection, right? You don't even need to do a solo
Yeah.
meeting or anything risky.
No, for sure. Like, and that's what I would do. But just like, guy knows what he's doing. Like, if he tells me if we set up a meeting and like he did want to get me, he wouldn't come alone. There would be people hiding that I wouldn't necessarily see before they saw me.
I don't think he wants to get you though, right? Based on what you
I
found.
I don't think so. Honestly, no. Based on what I found and after remembering what Logan said and just like, you know, my childhood, like I really don't think he's trying to hurt me. But it's just everything is just so scary.
I don't know if it's any consolation, but he doesn't want you harmed, and he, wants you to be safe. I mean, the worst if it happens, if we happen to contact him or try to ask him anything, he just doesn't answer. Keeps it neutral.
But
And if anything,
Oh.
if you happen to be able to reach out to him, that might be more of a comforting thing for him to know that you're still at least okay and you're trying.
Yeah. I'm gonna take on this note, I'm taking a pinch of red dust and doing the
Holding
thing
up
and then
my
passing it to yeah, doing it for Dor.
God, good. Mm.
And then I
He
guess
reacts now.
It hurts.
right? Oh my god, it hurts so bad.
I know.
It's
You were
so-
so like stoic about it before. I felt like a weenie.
I didn't feel
Um,
anything. That's why.
It's really good having you back, man.
Yeah.
Welcome back. It's
Sorry, didn't mean to get all fucking mushy, but damn.
well, she's okay.
Okay, so Isaiah, you want to try to bust up those crystals? This crystal skulls. Hey, you want to try to reach out to Ren's dad? Are you ready for that now, Ren? At least the reach out bit.
Yeah. 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 Let me just like think of some words maybe to like tell Egg. So that they sound like they're coming from me and not from Egg, and
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
I
break up
assume
the
he's
skull
probably like pretty
first.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll
Yeah,
break
yeah.
up the skull first, and then we'll figure out that then.
All right.
Sounds good.
And then, Isaiah, if you need help, let me know. Like, I don't really have much experience, but I know how to hit stuff. So
that is always
I know
a very useful
I'll-
technique.
I've kind of been sort of here and there for some stuff in my village. So, like, my tribe. I know there's like certain weak spots for diamonds, right? Isn't that how that works? There's like a term for
It
or
depends.
something. Okay.
But
Mm.
while I'm doing that, Calder, could you do me a favor, just because it's stuck in the back of my head and I can't quite get it out? At least
You got a splinter?
maybe splinter.
Alright. Isaiah's reaction.
Sorry, now I've got like. Anyway, sorry. Trains of thought. I have too many of them, and I need to stay on the one I'm thinking of.
What's a train?
Not a splinter.
There is there is a statue upstairs. At one point, this ground was connected to Tamara in some way.
Yes.
Maybe it'll help, like a conduit or a catalyst, or I don't know, but it's stuck in the back of my head and we're right here, and this is going to take me a few minutes, so at least think about it.
The statue's on ground level, though, right?
Yeah,
I'm a pretty recognizable motherfucker.
there is a sewer entrance we've used that goes right up underneath the statue, though.
Is it kind of in the open? It's like in a courtyard or something, right?
The statue is right in the middle of the courtyard. The manhole where the fountain is that the statue sits in is right. You can you guys pop, out underneath that before.
Yeah.
It was
But
a
So
yes.
maybe. Ooh. So instead of maybe try getting up underneath, like where the manhole is, and connecting it there.
You know what? It'll be
Out
fine.
of
That's
sight.
not a bad idea. You point me in the right direction for the manhole cover in question.
Wasn't it right here? Like this place we're in, we went
This
in
place
like an
is
abandoned
on the
barn.
courtyard. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
went downstairs and then
So which one? Is it that one there?
The northern
That
one.
one.
I
Little
will
bit to the
point
left.
him in the right direction.
Look to the east.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna put on my cloak, hood up, cover myself as well as I can, and then I'll make my way to the manhole cover.
As you start to walk away, you feel the warmth in your pocket.
Love it. Love the warmth.
Warm
you
me.
feel, you feel a chill in your pocket. Ooh.
No, oh man.
You feel a quiet disappointment in your pocket.
Okay, so what is everybody else doing?
I'm
I
gonna
gotta
have one
focus.
thing.
Easy, one at a time, everybody.
Isaiah, how long does cutting gems take? Are we talking like hours or like?
We'll find out.
Okay. I was just thinking if it's gonna be all day, we could
No,
get something else done. Okay.
especially not. I mean, it's a diamond. 100
Right.
gold's worth is not very much.
While you're at it,
Okay.
it's related. It's part of the. Listen, I have dreams occasionally, and I also had a feeling. The way that. Well, granted, now I don't know if tomorrow's dead, it might not work. But the way that I'm able to channel things into healing people normally, I think I might be able to use a part of that same diamond as like a focus. Call it an instinct. I think I might be able to do a little more than that. If needs must.
I'll break it into as many pieces as I can.
Okay. And I'll go to the manhole cover.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so Isaiah, you're gonna go. Are you gonna try to break down an entire diamond skull? Is that the plan? Into multiple different pieces? Or...
Yeah, I'm basically going to focus on. Is there a jaw or is it jawless? A
He
lower
has
jaw.
a jaw. He has a lower jaw.
Then I'm going to focus on like the points of the jaw and the outer oral sockets and nasal cavities where it is the thinnest and the weakest and would have had the most shaping done.
Makes sense. Anybody else have anything specific they want to do?
I did want to try to help out Isaiah if I could in some way.
Okay.
I'm chilling.
Like a villain.
Dornan's back, everybody.
I can't
Hanging
do
out.
anything. I have 4 levels of exhaustion.
He's a
You
lump.
can move at half speed.
Ugh, it's
Move.
the flu. Okay. So we'll do that first then. Isaiah, do you have a jeweler's
Yep.
kit with you? Are you proficient with a
Yep.
jeweler's kit? So
I'm
go
actually
ahead
an
and-
expert.
Expert. Go ahead and make me a tinkering check with add your proficiency bonus. It's intelligence based.
Okay. And is egg helping? Can egg help?
Not precisely. If you're trying to be precise and break off the thinnest parts and everything like that, egg tries, but it's a small
Oh.
skull. The skull isn't like massive,
Yeah.
just thick diamond. So
It's a real sweet thought.
No,
still love
Isaiah will very carefully place the chisels or the breakers and use Egg's force with a hammer coming in.
Inspiration.
Yeah,
No.
you do. Oh no, actually,
damn your
they'll be fine.
inspiration.
They don't have to.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I believe in you.
You'll be
He
fine.
got it.
Oh man,
gotta
that's
see
not
that.
great. Do
I can use a
wanna-
whole skull if I need to.
We do have
You know
some
what? Like I said, I'm gonna focus on the places that had the most work done, that are the thinnest, the weakest. Get like the cutting tools in just the right place for Egg to apply a lot of force. But there's at least one time where I have to like catch the hammer in the air and be like, weird, and then move it like half an inch over. And I'm gonna flash a genius that for 11 plus 12 plus 4, 16, 27.
27. It's gonna take you about 2 or 3 hours, depending on how precise you want to be. If you want to get just one, like 100-piece diamond, if you're only trying to cut that much off, it'll take you less time. Depending on how far you want to break it down, it'll take you more time. So it just depends.
I'm not going for like actual
Okay.
cut stones. I'm just going for chunks, and I want like maybe 3 or 4 decent chunks.
That many, it's about 3 hours worth of work to really get that. Then you will have 3 100-piece chunks of diamond. Okay. The rest of the diamond is still intact. If it's 1,000, it's worth 700 gold or less now that it has pieces removed from it.
Yep.
But you have 3 100 gold piece diamonds now.
One goes straight to Egg. I keep the other 2 for Calder whenever it gets back.
Awesome.
I'm sorry.
Do they have to be a specific amount, Calder? Okay. Thank you.
More than that.
How much is more than that?
The 300 for mine.
1 300, 2 300, Isaiah. What would you like?
I mean, if we take 300 off, that leaves about 600 left in the skull. So I'll just, and that's at full price.
Crack that
so,
in two.
No, I'll just give you the rest of the skull because it's not worth that much anymore because it's busted.
Well, but it is.
But
I'm saying if you crack the skull down the middle or whatever, the remainder of it, then I have 2 castings versus the 1.
Then I'll separate it into 5 pieces, 300s, and then the 2.
4 hours is what it would take you to do that.
Yep.
Okay.
Precisely cut that much diamond.
Just quick, do you mind if I have 2 of the 100s, or
you get all of them? I don't need any.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome. So I've got 3 100s. I'll put that into my inventory once I'm able to use my mouse. But I'll put that in a chat for now.
1
Can you
diamond
heal me
skull.
up?
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Heal me
So,
up.
Help!
Help me.
Like a little baby. Can't move.
Help me.
Dorner was a spud. He got his soul back. Okay, what's the next point of order?
Okay,
we'll
yeah.
stick
So I
with
guess
this, and we'll go to Calder separately.
Yeah, sure. So then I guess once we finish up with the pieces, I will take one of the pieces and I'll go over to Dornan. So I haven't really done this before, but
I trust you.
just kind of stick with me for a second. What is it? I'm gonna hold. I guess I'll hold the 100 piece. One of the pieces in my hand. And I'm going to, while I end up having to draw out in the air, I guess sort of like the overall symbol in Giant for health. I'm going to speak out in Giant with rest and restoration comes strength and power. And I'm going to cast Greater Restoration on Dornan to heal 1 point of exhaustion.
Woo!
And that's my
Nice.
1 5th level spell for the day.
Nice.
Nice, thank you.
Now you just have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. And
Yeah,
speeds
and
have
half movement.
disability.
Yeah. Hey, that's good. Thank you. And I just feel like, oh my god, I feel so much better. Thank you so much. And I am really, really sorry about the whole waffle thing.
I was gonna say, what is it? And then after the spell cast, I kind of sort of, I probably would be sort of like, I probably would have like, I don't know how you'd be, but I would have, after casting it, I'd sort of kind of like slump down and like catch myself on like the ground for a second. It's cool. It was you, but not kind of you. I'll just end up just giving you a hug instead.
Oh, I give
It's
him a
fine.
hug too.
It's fine. Things happen. We'll find Waffles eventually. He'll be okay.
He'll be around. Yeah.
He's literally the next Godzilla that's going to destroy Airbar.
Go,
Hell yeah.
go, Godzilla.
Well, with the other level exhaustion gone, I think I wouldn't wander far from the area like we're in, but at least maybe do walk around just to get some movement in me and to just kind of keep an eye on things.
Okay. Colder. Give me a stealth check.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
You drop your dice, it's a failure.
Fuck.
This is such bullshit. I have disadvantage. I got a natural 20 and a 2.
So
And it's
that's
a 2 minus 1.
Come on.
Perfect.
Natural 20 and an unnatural 1.
I just pop up out of the manhole cover.
Ping, 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 ping. Just rolls off the fountain. You hear some kids go, ah! And they run off and scatter out of the pool. And you
Don't tell
emerge
your moms.
like a sewage monster peering out underneath the statue of Tamara. The courtyard is crowded and they're all
It's
staring
crowded?
yeah, they're all staring at you.
Holy shit. I got separated from a cleaning crew. Where am I? What part of town is this?
In armor.
Deception check.
I'm wearing a cloak.
Yeah.
Deception
The armor's covered by the
Deception
cloak.
check. This is the second one. I don't think this might be the second one of the entire campaign ever rolled. Both by Calder.
Yeah, buddy. 27.
Damn.
Ooh.
Nice.
You just hear them all just turn to each other and scatter, begin to walk away from you quickly.
Nobody's gonna tell. I got separated from a crew. Where am I? What part of?
You're some weird sewer weirdo.
Heavily armored.
All armored.
I'm wearing a cloak over the armor.
They can hear it. That's why you got a 1.
You're just this big hulking thing that came out of
Yeah.
the sewer.
The cloak is just
Into
all
a
covered
pool.
in like sewer shit too. So it just looks
Oh, I rolled
The battle, the bottom of it's just covered in shit.
I just kind of look at the sky like fucking A. I'll replace the manhole cover. And the statue is just in the middle of the fountain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fountain
It's
have like
head-
water in it.
It does, about
It's
ankle
running.
deep. That's why
I'm
you
gonna
scared
get
the
in.
kids that were playing in the water.
I'm gonna step into the fountain and splish splash my way over to the statue. Is it whole? Like a whole statue of
No,
Tamara
its
as a dragon?
its head is removed. It had the visage on the chest piece,
the stars.
the star.
I'm really hoping this statue wasn't foreshadowing. I'll reach up and put my hand on the star. Still out there.
You hear someone approach behind you, like the
Hmm.
small poke of a walking stick. I haven't seen anybody look at the statue like this in a long time. You hear from an older voice. And you turn, and it's an older man. It's hunched. And clean shaven. His beard is well kept, but it's definitely aged. Pure white. The man's probably in his upper 80s. Balding, except for the back. Kind of flows down into white hair. Do you know who this is?
Yeah, I got an inkling or two.
You know, when I was a boy, we used to come out here and we used to always believe that when the moon was at its brightest, you could see one singular star sitting right above the statue. We always used to say it was her.
It's a nice thought.
We were always told that she was some sort of goddess, but we were always so confused about why she was never worshipped like the other gods.
You ever find out?
I think it's because what she represents is always around us. People usually worship gods when they need things, or when they really want something. Go searching for hope, guidance. But she represents life, mercy, forgiveness. I think that's something that most people possess.
And then take it for granted.
Some people search for forgiveness. Most people are too ashamed to ask for it. Who wants to worship something like that?
Someone desperate enough for those things, I guess.
I've never seen a dragon in my life, but some say that she used to fly over this city. Before it was even here. I don't believe it. Well, you have a good day. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Kind of muttered to myself, unless you can tell me where a missing god is.
Try a temple, you hear him say, as he shambles on off.
She doesn't have any. I didn't feel that connection at any time.
I would say no, but maybe because you were distracted by the conversation.
Her temple is with me wherever I am. I'll put my hand on the star again, close my eyes, and reach out.
You get a feeling of emptiness.
Fuck.
And I think that's going to be a good spot to end our session tonight.
Oh.
Ugh,
Oof.
bringing it down.
I have so much shit to worry about now.
So much.
When
we got
don't we?
Dornan back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Good
He can walk and
celebration
everything.
episode after the successful soul heist.
I can take Echo out of the rotation and off the stream elements now.
Thank God.
Yep. And eventually,
Get
I'm
that
gonna try to get new
guy out of
artwork done.
He's now Deco.
I'm dead.
Stop.
That's the new name.
Enough with the names, please.
He can't have the
I'm
same
gonna have at least
name
12
in a new
names. I'm gonna
iteration.
have rotating names.
Oh
I
God!
refuse.
Wait, so are we on Castus again, or is it Dornan?
No, because the problem is that the names Dornan and Castus are not good names to have around now, because people know those names.
I mean, to be
How about-
fair, they apparently know all of us. So
Try Ezekiel.
The way I
Chet-
figure it, as
Chet
long as we're
is on the
with
table.
Egg and Calder, there's no point. And Red, there's no point trying to
And
worry
Duke.
about my name.
Oh yeah, I know.
It will
They,
be
they
said.
know us.
We're a very
We've got
recognizable
enough.
party.
yeah,
Anyway,
we stand out.
to anybody still hanging out with us, thanks for watching. Check us out on social media: Discord, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those good things. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great week, and until next time, keep it
Bye, I
bopping,
love
everybody.
you.
Keep it bopping. Yes.
Thanks, everybody.